lost to New Mexico State at the United Center. The News is a service of the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. Visit the Cayman Islands on Cayman Airways, less than a 4-hour nonstop flight from Chicago. Award-winning beaches, diving, a world of cuisine awaits. Book your nonstop flight at CaymanAirways.com. 5:07 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560, The Answer.
On AM 560, The Answer, your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. and hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
The war on depression is over.
You win.
Depression, with all the drugs and side effects, the endless counseling, the frustration with life and relationships.
The war is over. You win.
In a few short weeks, your life will change.
It's TMS therapy.
Over 1 million people have been treated, and the results are nothing short of outstanding. It's FDA cleared. It's covered by most insurance, including Blue Cross Blue Shield and Medicare.
Most drugs and other treatments just mask the depression.
TMS treats the cause, so you can win the war with your depression. Remission or cure.
Depression gone.
Get a free consultation at one of the HPR centers in Chicagoland and Wisconsin. Ask questions.
For you or someone you love, safe, revolutionary, effective treatment for depression.
Let depression recovery begin. HPR centers.
800-604-0208. 800-604-0208.
Go to endmydepression.com.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing much more than just a rate. Let me ask you, does calling the company with the best client service in America, with 11 J.D. Power Awards to prove it, matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative, client-focused technology, matter? Does calling the company with 17,000-plus team members who are helping to rebuild the great cities of Detroit and Cleveland matter? Of course it matters. No wonder our clients have made Quicken Loans America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
5:09 and a check of the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Talamonte. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Mike. Got some fog. There is some drizzle out here this morning. We do have flight delays and cancellations, though this is not largely due to the weather here. It's due to that ongoing situation Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International, where the power is on, but there's still a solid residual number of cancellations and a few delays as well. So going to O'Hare or Midway, especially for flights to and from Atlanta, or even a few other parts of the southeast, there are some issues. But most flights at O'Hare and Midway are moving as scheduled. On the roads, things are pretty quiet. Overnight road work has cleared. Not seeing any problems right now on the expressways and tollways, aside from a little precipitation here and there, and in some parts some reduced visibilities. There is road work on the outbound Rhine again this morning, 87th to the split in the 3 left lanes. The other overnight work is gone. Just had a crash reported in West Chicago on Roosevelt at Cress. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer starts next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Today, patchy fog for the morning, otherwise sun and clouds, high 47. Tonight, partly cloudy with areas of late-night fog, low 38. Patchy morning fog with sun and clouds tomorrow, high 50. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Currently 43 at O'Hare, 42 along the lakefront. Your next news update is at 5:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy starts now on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 on your mobile device. Now available on iHeartRadio. online at iHeartRadio.com.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
See if you press a button or turn a knob, things work.
Bruce Wolf broke everything. My headset doesn't work. The microphone's the wrong height.
Well, yes.
And we can't break into song like
No.
Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye.
Do you sing? Oh, it's Sean from Elmwood Park. Do I call you Sean or do I call you Sean
call
from
me
Elmwood
whatever
Park
you
or
want.
Sean
You could call me
Thompson? What's your last name?
It is Thompson. Yeah.
Okay, nice to see you
Like
again.
the old
How
governor.
are you? How are you? How are you?
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
You're
When
all
was the last
greasy.
time we worked together?
You've been avoiding me, kid. You've been avoiding me. And Wolf's agent, always in the middle. His cousin Maury always gets the good slots. It's ridiculous.
Well, you have a show here on the weekends. A lot of people don't know that. So what time and
It's the
what's
Liberty
the topic?
Hour. It's Sunday nights.
What
10 to
Freedom
11.
Hour was taken? So you're the Liberty Hour?
Well, listen, this is important. This is important, and you see it as policies come up. It's an assault on liberty. I think that's very important. It's not about a party affiliation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both Democrats and Republicans, when you are beholden to the party, you are their servant. And the next thing you know, you're chanting for your own demise. So I think it's really important.
All right, and what time is it on?
Sunday nights, 10 to 11.
10 to
They
'Cause
want to
okay.
keep it late night because you never know.
'Cause you never know what you're gonna say.
40-second delay. You know what I mean? It's very scary.
Well, we have in with us our executive producer, Keith Conrad, because something big's kind of going on in the South. It's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They've had a power outage yesterday, 1,200 flights canceled yesterday. And I saw this morning people were, because people want to get on the next flight out, but this is the busiest travel week. I mean,
Why?
because of Christmas, dear. And a lot of people are on Christmas break, a lot of students, so they can't get out. And I saw pictures of people sleeping in wheelchairs in front of the Southwest Airlines gate. And your parents are over there right now, right?
Yeah, they're at the Atlanta airport, although they did actually get a hotel room. I'm not sure where the hotel room was because, like you said, a lot of people were actually
Does it
sleeping in
bother
the
you that your
airport.
parents got a hotel room?
No, all right.
No, it's safe. It's the safe thing. But so what's are they trying to get to Chicago?
No, they were actually on a cruise in the Panama Canal last week.
That's right.
And they were coming back. And at first I was a little worried because there was a cruise ship where like 200 people were sick.
Oh, yeah, with the norovirus.
And then,
I saw
and then
that.
it turned out that wasn't,
didn't know
that wasn't their ship.
You know, I'm a big commerce guy, and the Panama Canal is truly the gateway of commerce.
Oh,
it really is.
yeah.
I didn't know they had cruises. What do you do?
That
This
go
is
through
where
there?
all the cargo comes through? I mean, come on.
No,
was it
they
on
do.
sale?
I've been to the Panama Canal.
Oh, it's
literally.
beautiful. Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, it's not beautiful. You walk there, you stand there, and you all right, let's go. And you leave because you go through the slum of the slums on your way to the Panama
It is
Canal.
truly the gateway of like 80% of
I
the
know.
trade. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and
amazing.
there's a lot of importers and exporters who people that serve in the College of Kibbutz. They're Jewish, and there's a huge Jewish population in Panama. No, because I met them at the Trump Tower. There's condominiums that are attached to the Trump Tower, and that's what they do. They serve in the College of Kibbutz. In the
Does that
Israeli
college
Army.
have a shirt? Because I really want a shirt that says College of Kibbutz.
I think it's Division 2.
All
Might
right.
be Division 3.
College of Kibbutz football
And then
star, baby.
they live in Panama, and they're importers and exporters and make they're millionaires. I mean, it's a good deal that they got. But anyway, back to your parents. So they came in from the Panama Canal, flew back to Atlanta from Panama.
From Florida, because the cruise
Okay.
is out of Florida.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. Makes
so-
sense.
Same thing's just a little
Jeez.
bit.
So, they had to get a flight that stopped off in Atlanta, and I have to say, like the last 2 times they've been in Atlanta, like all hell has broken loose.
Really?
So they should just never go to Atlanta ever again. But
But it looked pretty scary. People thought it was a terrorist attack. They really did because it was pitch. Have you seen any video of this, Sean?
No.
I'm trying to make you care about.
No,
this
I
story.
can't take my eyes off Keith's hair. I mean, it's fascinating, for God's sakes. Him and Bruce Wolf, it's like they could open up a band. I love it. That's why he wants Bruce in all the time.
A boy band.
Yeah, of course not.
But all the lights went out. It was pitch black. No one could use the toilets because everything was messed up.
yeah, because everything's high tech. They have to have
First
electric
off,
toilets.
I travel now, and I hate airports. And the whole bathroom thing,
it's so gross.
despicable. Anytime you find yourself in line to use the bathroom, you should really think about going outside like a Great Dane because it's outrageous that and then you got to stare at the stall and hope the guy coming out doesn't look homeless. It's just terrible. The whole process is terrible.
But back to your parents. So what are you going to do with them? Because what's their prognosis? When are they going to get out of there?
Prognosis negative.
The last thing they were told was that they might get on a flight on Tuesday.
Oh,
And this is Atlanta. It's 4 hours from where they live.
it's a 4-hour drive.
But they can't get any rental cars because everybody's rented all the cars.
Oh, that's awful.
That's when your old man starts yelling at your ma. Just follow me, and he starts walking home.
What about a bus, or did they have the megabus? I've put my mom on the megabus. Great. Good daughter
Nothing
of the
to
year.
be proud of, Rusty.
I don't know that they've tried the Megabus, but
Or the
when
Greyhound?
they're told Tuesday, they would probably consider it.
The Megabus. It's like a traveling bathroom.
Now
You
they're
could hitchhike.
now I think they're reaching out to all their friends saying, "Hey, who's got some time? Wants
Was
to
it-
drive 8 hours?"
You know what?
You should do it.
Why don't you?
What kind of
Because you're
son are you? Get in the car right now and run. We got
All right.
Mike Scott. We got Justin. We could handle it.
All right, I'll call in sick. I'll go down
No,
there.
seriously. What about your brother that lives nearby? I mean, can he drive to Atlanta? That would be, what, 4 hours for him?
Yeah, it would be 4.5 hours. I don't think.
Does your brother have the same hair?
Yeah,
no,
ex-
he's a little thinner, but
it's nice.
But his brother's taller. They look alike. You guys are good looking, the Conrad boys.
Thank you, Amy.
Good
It's like
looking.
watching one of those Marvel shows. Like there's an S under their chest. I love it.
So, all right, what are you going to do? You got to do
Uh,
something for your parents because Tuesday's
well,
too late.
I'm in Chicago, so I'm not sure.
He is.
much
Oh,
I
so you're
can
out.
do.
Okay.
He's got thousands of people making fun of him. That's what he's doing for his parents. Instead of trying to solve the problem, let's go tell everybody how stranded they are.
Well,
I'm not
maybe-
sure how my brother and his wife are set as far as vacation time. So they is that a sick day? Can you take a sick day to?
It
go
should be
get your
part of the
parents?
Family Leave Act. I
Some
mean, it's
things
a
are more.
family.
Well, listen,
emergency.
easy with the Family Leave Act.
All his family's
Easy,
stranded
Ivanka.
at a
That's what we need
airport.
more money for nothing. How about
It's
you
certainly
just
an
take
emergency.
How about you just take the day off and you don't get paid? Ever hear of that? That's what people who actually are
Yeah, you know what?
entrepreneurs-
Try to do that. It doesn't work.
Right now, not getting paid. Entrepreneur. You should
You know,
have
my-
a Family Leave Act.
They both work for the government in some way, so
Oh.
I'm not sure they're allowed.
Well,
to
then
do
they'll
that.
be fine. Don't worry about it. Pension will kick in soon. It'll all be a memory of the past. Don't
Well,
worry.
there's other people that are stranded there.
It's like I had enough of this. I just need to go home. So all the flights are delayed and I cannot find a flight to Phoenix. I searched through every option, through every other airports, but I cannot find a flight.
Now imagine the poor schlub working at the airport that's got to deal with this guy times 1,000. I don't care. I'm waiting for my shift to end, dummy. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to complain.
Keith, good luck.
Connect with Dan and Amy on the AM 560 The Answer mobile app. Just text the word app to 64636 to download the app today.
An oddly, no, I toss it to you. An oddly warm week, the week before Christmas. Christmas is a week from today, by the way.
Oh,
What's
how
it going to be like? Are
exciting.
we going to have any snow for Christmas?
Patchy morning fog.
Oh, I love that.
I love the ambiguity. Otherwise, there's going to be times of sun and clouds. High of 47. Tonight, partly cloudy. Areas of light night fog. Low 38. What's night fog? That's when you just can't see. Your glasses are wrong. Tomorrow, areas of the morning fog. Jeez. Otherwise, it's like you live in London. You know which one of my favorite movies? That movie with the Werewolves of London. That's how it's going to be for the next 3 days. The Werewolves of London for the next 3 days. You're going to love parts of it. You're going to hate other parts of it. And now we're going to go to Jim Telemonte, who I love Jim Telemonte with the fedora, alarm detection. Yeah, Jim Telemonte's got it going on.
Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
There you go.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Amy. Well, there are flights moving in and out of Atlanta now, but still a lot of residual chaos there, at least in terms of people trying to get in and out. And there are some other flight issues in the area. Going into Jacksonville, for example, there are some arrivals and departures that are being delayed or canceled right now. But for the rest of the country, flights are pretty much looking pretty good. Have some issues on the rails in Chicago. Normal service just kicked in again on the green, pink, and orange lines after some signal problems right here downtown near Clark and Lake. There's a crash in West Chicago, Roosevelt Press. Expressways and tollways right now, a little wet, a little foggy, but otherwise not seeing any delays. We have no crashes on the expressways and tollways to report. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign, the people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint, the people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens, the people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
Warren Buffett's mentor, Benjamin Graham, said, "The essence of investment management is the management of risk, not returns." Hi, this is Joe Lopresti, president of Arlington Capital Management. I'm here to explain how we help manage our clients' exposure to risk. We're the creators of our proprietary proactive asset allocation strategy, known as PAS. It is designed to analyze important market trends and alert us to potential changes in the market. But that's only part of what I believe makes Arlington Capital Management unique. It's the care and personalized service we provide our clients that really defines us. We understand how important your financial goals are to you and your family, and we never take that responsibility lightly. It all starts by understanding the things that are most important to you. It's part of the Arlington Capital Management difference. To experience it for yourself, schedule your complimentary consultation by calling 855-471-5796. That's 855-471-5796, or visit arlington-capital.com.
Federal, state, and excise tax matters are serious and need to be addressed, not ignored. You don't need scare tactics to know procrastination can lead to severe consequences. You need a tax solution partner who will provide an honest assessment of your unique situation and help implement a strategy that fits your circumstances. You need Tax Relief Inc. They've helped hundreds of satisfied customers like Mary.
Through a series of unfortunate circumstances, I found myself owing over $40,000 in back taxes. Tax Relief Inc. was able to negotiate an offer and compromise for $2,400 payable in 3 installments. I never would have been able to reach a settlement like this with the IRS. Thanks, Tax Relief Inc.
Ready for your tax problem relief? Deal directly with owner Joe Shadle of Tax Relief Inc. No salesperson or middleman, just an honest, local, and dependable partner to assist you with the resolution of your tax matter. Call Joe now for a free, no-obligation consultation at 630-655-1040. That's 630-655-1040. Or go to taxreliefinc.com.
Here at HealthQuest, our high standard of healthcare doesn't come from a sickness care perspective, and neither should yours. And if you're not as healthy as you should be and you're sick and tired of those health challenges, please call us. As we say here at HealthQuest, don't just stand there, do something. Do something good for yourself. Just this one time. This is Dr. David Kobaba. If you're like me and my wonderful HealthQuest staff, well, we know how much you love helping others in this challenging world of ours. Now, if you could raise your level of health and wellness, well then you could be of greater service to those you know and love. What a great perspective, but you've got to put this intention into action. So just don't stand there. Do something. Call our HealthQuest radio hotline right now, 1-800-794-1855. Do it now for yourself and a better future with higher health. 1-800-794-1855.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, that's a good song, kid.
Oh, all right, who sings this song? Oh,
I have no idea.
Let me hear you sing. Your thing.
I don't sing. Listen, I grew up in Melrose Park. We don't sing, we don't dance. We stare at you like we want to fight you, and then we pick you up. That's how it works.
Yeah, we're both MPers. You're Melrose Park, I'm Mount Prospect. You want to go at it?
Yeah, Mount Prospect.
So I was trying to think.
That's where you get lost.
Did I meet you with the snuggery in the 80s,
Never
possibly?
met me. If you did the whole thing, it'd be different.
Oh, really?
You'd get home right now
How would
mad
it
at me because
be?
I didn't take out the garbage.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd have 9 kids and be barefoot and maybe pregnant and kitchen.
I'll tell you, kids are fun. But 2, I mean, I give a lot of credit to these guys who have more than 2. 2 isn't, I mean, it was so much fun. I have to tell you, I loved being a dad. And then my
You're still a
12-year-old
dad, honey.
Yeah, but not so much. My kid, neither one of them want to talk to me. My 12-year-old went to bed, and then she got up like some crazed Phyllis Diller in a constant bad mood. I'm like, who is this kid? It's insanity.
And she's never come back?
Never, not yet. She's 16 and a half, and it's that I hate my dad thing.
Oh, no,
Oh,
really?
yeah. My 14-year-old's still my buddy, but only in private, like only when it's me and her in the car.
Yeah.
You mix somebody else in there, and she hates me too.
Uh-huh.
So, it should come with a brochure. You should know full well. Because
Nobody taught us how to parent. I mean, I took auto shop in high school. I could change oil. I could lube the chassis. I know where the lug nuts are. But nobody teaches you how to parent. You just have to wing it. Home economics course doesn't teach you how to be a mom.
Well, our generation...
You just have to learn from other parents, or as my best friend, Kathy Muno, said to me, just fake it.
Our
She's like,
generation...
just pretend like you know what you're doing when they're having a temper tantrum.
Not only don't they teach you how to parent, but our generation was told to do everything the opposite the way we were raised. right?
Yep.
Leave them alone.
Don't spanking, no.
My poor wife she's trying to get along with these kids, and she cares more about getting along with them than me.
Right.
At a certain point, in my house is the only place dictatorship works. Outside the house, everything should be liberty and freedom for all. But in my house, I'm Stalin.
Right.
Okay. So you get to
rules,
a certain
there's chaos.
point, and now I want to be Stalin, and my wife is like, no. So then here you go. It's Lord of the Flies, and the kids are raising us. So it's really this complex thing of getting along. Now I love parts of it, and for the most part, they're good kids. But the whole being our age and having kids with the latitude of behavior they have now, it's crazy.
They have way
It's
too
hard
much.
to get used to. Let's
they
say
have
that.
way too much power.
But
And
as
then you put the screens in their hands, on the cell phones, and then
worst
you
thing
really
ever.
lose them.
And
Isn't that so sad? Because we grew up with one phone in our house, and we'd always fight over it. And,
It was
and
great.
stretch the cord to make it reach the bathroom so no one's listening to your
tell
phone
my
conversation. But now we can never get that back.
because we've given it to them. I was one of those guys. I fought for my kid. They have the phone. I wanted her to. You'd think I'm going to help. Turns out I gave her the worst thing in the world. But I figured out why dads pay for weddings. Just get them out of the house. Get out of the house. I'll take a car. Do I like them? I don't care if I like them. Take her and all her attitudes with her and just get her out of the house. Call me on the weekends. Everything's great.
But
Tell me what I owe you.
change. It'll
Yeah,
get better.
sure. It's going to be great.
It'll get better, especially when they leave the house.
This is the morning show more Chicago radio listeners are choosing. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
If you're missing teeth or even a single tooth, dental implants are a fantastic way to regain your confidence, your smile, your dental health. Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. You hear a lot of people screaming at you about dental implants. Get it done in a day, or we can treat everybody, or hundreds of thousands of implants. Look, successful implants don't come from an implant factory. What you don't hear talked about is skill, treatment, and installation. These are what make for successful lifelong implants. And that's why you need to see Dr. Norouzi at Fox River Periodontics. Dr. Norouzi is the recommended choice of dentists that don't do implants. You need the experience, skill, and honesty that 24 years of dental implants brings.
This is Dr. Norouzi. I personally guarantee your happiness with your implants.
Call Fox River Periodontics, 630-232-7400, 630-232-7400, or just remember, implantsforme.com, implantsforme.com.
AM 560. The Answer.
That's a forbidden word. There's 7 forbidden words. We'll go over them later, but
Get
that
me
one,
the list of the words because we don't know what's going to happen. How long is the delay here, kid? All right, he doesn't.
A few seconds. Don't worry. They've
He's
got
dressed like
they've-
that chick from
they've got
Flashdance.
your-
Have you seen him?
No, I have not seen Justin's pants. Justin,
take a
let
look.
me see these pants that he's talking about.
They're snug all the way down. He's
Those
got
are skinny jeans. That's what people are wearing now, old man.
Looks like the chick from
We
Flashdance.
want to thank our business benefactors, people who are helping others while helping their businesses.
Don't give me this stare. I bought that. I bought into it twice. Now listen, I would have bought it again, but you know what my health insurance is? $22.50 a month. $22.50 a month for health insurance.
For you and your wife and 2 kids.
That's it. I'm burning the card at the end of the month.
Okay.
You're going to do it without me.
Okay. Well, shut up. Other business benefactors, we'd like to thank Fathom Media, Mike McCaddy and Associates of Century 21 affiliated, the law firm of Spiegel Cahill, Archer Tax and Accounting, Innovative Control. The list goes on and on and on. And we only have a few slots. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Left to be a business benefactor. What is this? $2,500 tax deductible. You want to tell us about it?
This year it's tax deductible. Next year you're screwed. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Get it in.
So get it in now. $2,500 tax deductible donation. The money goes to Food for the Poor. And as a way of saying thank you, we give you 40 one-minute commercials that air right here on AM 560. You can even voice the commercials too if the company wants you to.
Absolutely. It's not the first time you're going to throw $2,500 to Haiti. Go ahead.
Michael Mann, call him. He's the person you call to become a business benefactor. The number is 847-871-1527. That's 847-871-1527. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, yes, we'll talk taxes. Plus, Roy Moore has not conceded.
Why would he? He's crazy.
But the new Alabama senator does not want President Trump to resign. Believe it or not.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat.
Yep, we'll have that when we come back. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here's Mike Scott.
42 degrees. We do have some fog this morning. Power restored at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. A fire knocked out power Sunday, causing hundreds of flights to be canceled, thousands of flights delayed across the country. Crews are backed up and planes are not positioned correctly as we head into the holiday flying season. President Trump denying rumors he's getting ready to fire special counsel leading the Russia investigation, Robert Mueller. After Trump returned from Camp David, he was asked. He says he's not. Republican senator says the tax reform bill before Congress could have been better if Democrats had played any part in drafting it.
Well, our Democratic colleagues simply didn't refuse to participate in the process. We probably could have made it better if they had.
Cornyn on ABC's This Week saying the Democrats simply refused to participate. Meantime, President Trump says Senator John McCain has his best wishes and will only return to Washington, D.C. if his vote is needed on the tax cut bill.
The word is that John will come back if we need his vote.
Trump says he spoke with McCain's wife, Cindy, wished her and the senator well. The 81-year-old battling brain cancer is back in Arizona spending the holidays with family. The president will talk about his first national security strategy this afternoon. National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster saying the speech will cover 4 national interests, including homeland protection and promoting U.S. influence abroad. Crews clearing brush, digging containment lines, but burning hillsides in Santa Barbara County as they try to stop one of the biggest wildfires in California history. One firefighter northwest of L.A. says the fire is now about 45% contained. Authorities are searching for the person who shot and killed a teen, helping his stepdad deliver newspapers on Chicago's southwest side. 15-year-old Brian Jasso was gunned down yesterday morning. The Illinois Department of Human Services has some major questions to answer. The Trib reporting the problems with the new state computer system at DHS caused many in the state to miss out on food stamp benefits. The biggest problem seems to be whether the people who administer the program are using the computer system properly. Well, that's all, folks. Bob Givens, the man who drew the first official design for Bugs Bunny, is dead at the age of 99. His daughter announcing on social media that Givens actually passed away in Burbank, California, back on December 14. Givens had previously worked for Disney before joining Warner Brothers, where he worked alongside industry legends Chuck Jones and Tex Avery. Patrick Kane, a pair of goals. Blackhawks cruise over the Wild 4-1, their 5th straight win. The Bulls go for their 6th straight victory tonight when they host the 76ers. The news service of the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. Leave your daily routine behind and head to the Cayman Islands on United Airlines. Less than a 4-hour nonstop flight from Chicago, award-winning 7-mile beach, diving, and more await at the culinary capital of the Caribbean. Book your Cayman vacation at unitedvacations.com/Cayman. 5:34 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher warns of impeachment.
Of course, after the Alabama election, they are very cocky. They pray they're going to get control of the House and the Senate so they can begin impeaching the President of the United States. They're going to impeach him because they don't like it.
There's nothing he's done.
Will the Republicans make any change to anticipate this looming storm on the horizon?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas Coffee, roasted fresh daily in Batavia, Illinois.
Townstone Financial is synonymous with great rates, low closing costs, and phenomenal service to the thousands who have completed purchases and refinances with us since 2002. Hi, my name is Barry Sterner, owner of Townstone Financial. Let's hear from Jim, who just completed a no-cost refinance with Townstone Financial.
We went through the experience with Townstone. The experience was amazing. We had a point person that took control of the refi. The communication was specific and exactly what we needed to do. That was never in the.
Do you agree with Senator Booker that?
So I knew when I needed to get documents. I knew exactly what I needed. I would recommend Townstone to anybody, and I do.
Remember, nobody values your business more than Townstone Financial, and I'm always available to answer your questions. Call me now, Barry Sterner, at 312-896-2111. That's 312-896-2111. Or go to townstone.com. That's TOWNSTONE.com.
Townstone Financials, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Illinois, mortgage licensee 6629 and NMLS 136639, equal housing lender.
5:36 and a check of our morning roads from the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. There is some fog. There is some drizzle in parts of the Chicago area this morning, including around O'Hare. Allow safe time and following distance. And as we look at the flight boards at O'Hare and at Midway, some flights are scheduled to go in and out of Atlanta today and even this morning. Others are canceled or delayed. You need to check with the airline, check your particular flight to see what's going on there. But consider the possibility that there are still some issues with a lot of logjam after the power issues and many cancellations over the weekend. We have heavy traffic around O'Hare now on westbound 190. It's slow from the Kennedy to the Tri-State. Not a big jam at the moment. The Kennedy outbound getting a little heavy approaching 190. The Edens is clear inbound Eisenhower, tight First Avenue to Des Plaines Avenue. 30 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound Fontaine 29. Stevenson, a little heavy around Cicero. Otherwise, it's good. Ryan has delays from 83rd to 79th and Canalport into the Circle. 18 minutes, 95th to downtown. Bishop Ford, you've got a 2 or 3 minute delay. 103rd to the merge. Traffic is a service of Just Tires. Just Tires is offering up $275 in savings on a set of tires and tire installation through December 31st. You heard right, that's $275 off. Stop in, call, or go to justtires.com to schedule an appointment today. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte, AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Patchy morning fog. Otherwise, times of clouds and sun and a high of 47. Low of 38 overnight. Very mild high of 50 tomorrow. 43 at O'Hare. Next news coming up at 6. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next with Sean from Elmwood Park joining Amy this morning on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Grow My Retirement with Bill Geiger of Geiger Wealth. Tune in Saturday afternoons at 2 for Grow My Retirement with Bill Geiger of Geiger Wealth.
If you're talking about it, I'll be talking about it. Dennis Prager here. Join me this morning at 11, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Hey, welcome back to Chicago's Morning Answer. Amy Jacobson here. Now we go. There we go. Now we can hear the music. I'm here with Sean from Elmwood Park, as you just heard from Mike Scott.
Love Mike Scott.
Yeah, you gave him a great compliment.
Thief of Hearts. He's got the Thief of Hearts outfit on. Looks great. All in black, doesn't he?
He's either a stagehand or he's going to go rob a bank after the show.
Well, I will say that I'm not normally out of the house. What's with the music?
What?
I'm talking, kid.
Oh, my God.
I'm not normally out of the house.
Wow. I'm not a homicidal person. I don't have homicidal tendencies, but I'm feeling like strangling you right now.
Go ahead.
Don't talk to him like that.
I love the
It's
kid.
Justin.
That's how I talk to everybody.
The kid? Call
When I
him
don't
kiddo?
talk to you like that, I don't like you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Am I
we'll
right,
just-
Mike? What's with the reverb in my head here? All right. Anyway, as I was saying before.
Yes, sir.
What was our topic?
I don't know what we
All right. Topic was Mike Scott. Mike Scott, that handsome
Squirrel.
devil. Squirrel, yeah.
Carpet.
Shiny objects. No, you know why I'm distracted? Because I want to talk about this, that the
I
caller
know.
wants to talk about. I'm chomping at the bit to talk about this.
We are going to talk about it at 6 o'clock, the tax reform bill. Big movement.
It's not
big. No, it was a big move on Friday because you had senators change their mind. Marco Rubio changed his mind because child tax credit went from $1,000 to $2,000.
Welfare.
Love it.
He held out for more welfare. You don't love it. I got news for you. This is welfare. Earned income tax credits. Welfare. 20% of the people pay 95% of the taxes. Okay? Think about that. So you corrupt the rest of the people to where they're on the dole, and they will fight to take away the other guy's property. This is not America. It's not. This is the tweaking of the same philosophy that Barack Obama liked, that Hillary Clinton was proposing, that the Bushes liked. It's the same thing. And you had an opportunity to change the course of history of taxation. And instead, you doubled down on a progressive punitive tax system.
Well, what do you think about the estate tax? I mean, $22 million with not with an inheritance
It is
tax.
the most immoral tax of all. So you mean to tell me you're going to limit me on what I achieve after I've paid taxes my entire life?
And when you're dead, you're still going to be
It's
paying
outrageous.
taxes.
And these are Republicans that kept it in there. So let's be fully aware of what's going on here. They're just
not one Democrat voted for this bill.
But they should have. This is right up their alley. See, it's the same philosophy, just different pressure points. The same tyranny, different management style. And he's done some good things. Listen, I'm not an everyone says, what are you, anti-Trumper? It's not about whether I like him or I don't like him. He's done some good things, but the majority of what he's done, in my opinion, economically are very, very bad.
So you're with Nancy Pelosi because she called it a monumental con job.
It is a con job, but that's the beauty of being a Democrat. All you have to do is say a philosophy you support is a lie, and you're right for once. This is something that they should have come up with.
312-642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. 64636, type in DA, then a quick text message. Let's go to Ed, who joins us from Oak Brook. Good morning, Ed.
Yeah, you know what? I want to hear Sean really go ballistic on this tax bill, and it sounds like he will. But for me personally, this is going to cost me a lot of money, because you take away that state income tax, you take away the real estate tax. For anybody that wants to have some nice things in their life, like a nice house and make money and all that good stuff, they're taking it away. And then why do they have to take away that personal exemption? And then they give the corporations from 35 to 20. Why not go to 25 and give something to the middle class? And then these tax cuts that everyone's all so proud of, it's expiring. So this bill is absolutely a disaster for the middle class, and I got to agree with the Democrats on this one. So, you know what? If I could just hang on, I'm actually on the train that we're getting ripped off with Metro with their fare increases.
Yes, he wants to be on hold.
I'm just going to listen in.
Okay, thanks,
Put him
Ed.
back on hold. Because
I put him back on hold.
Here,
but they keep saying a family of four that makes $75,000 a year could save $2,095 a year.
First of all, big deal. Secondly, they're wrong.
That is a big deal.
No, it's not. It's a lie and it's a fraud and it's
not
a
true.
joke.
For people that make $75,000, trust me, $2,000 is a big deal.
It's a fraud because it's an upfront benefit with backdoor tyranny. Okay, so they say you're going to make more on their income. What they're not telling you is your taxes will rise because of exactly what Ed said. You're destroying the benefit of avoiding double taxation through property tax regulation. They're saying $10,000.
Yeah,
Let me
cap
ask
it
you
at
this.
$10,000.
You know how many listeners?
I just make that.
You know how many listeners
What?
have more than one property? Is that per property or is it per taxpayer?
Do they
Because
know?
if anybody's answering right now, they're guessing because they didn't write it in. This is another 1,000-page debacle bill, and they keep telling you it's 477. It's not. And yesterday on the Sunday show, Justin, that guy that I gave you, I made you cut up all the clips. The guy on the Sunday show with the
Which
little
one is
Greek
it?
fella, Clinton donor zero, right?
Yeah.
Who would fit right in City Hall in Chicago.
Right, 'cause he's the same height.
Stephanopoulos.
Yeah.
Give us the clip from Stephanopoulos and John Conyers. Do you have it?
So picking out one piece in a 1,000-page bill and saying, well, this is going to benefit somebody, I just think takes the whole bill out of context.
Now, that's John Conyers on
Right.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos, asked about a last-minute change which would benefit some real estate holding, taking the deduction for your mortgage from $500 to $750, and they're tweaking it as they go along, which their big selling point is I could file my taxes on a postcard. How about we
Right.
get a bill that's on a postcard? Why do you need 1,000 pages of legal ambiguity? Each sentence spawning law after law.
I mean, even Senator Corker said, I haven't read it, but I'm just going to vote for it.
That's
Because, he was a deficit hawk before, but now he's changed his mind. Now he likes the bill. And the truth is that John McCain just got out of Walter Reed Hospital, is on his way back to Arizona. Thank God he's even available to get, or better to get on a plane, but he's going to miss the vote.
Well, how about
next
Thad
week?
Cochran? Thad Cochran doesn't know if it's Tuesday or July for the last 7 years. He should be doing Depends commercials. Instead, he's voting on laws that change our life. He's clearly.
Well,
I
he
mean,
has people around him to help him.
We're not
But you
married
know
to
that-
these politicians,
I know,
right?
but
I don't
what are
have
we
to
gonna do?
care. I don't have to care if he's sick, if he's not sick, if he's this, if he's that.
Trump hasn't had a legislative victory. They have to do something by middle of this week.
Well, we had a big victory in him destroying the regulations that he's destroyed.
Yeah.
And the net neutrality that you see these imbeciles in Oak Park with their Priuses and their doors open with the sandwich boards on the roof. These guys who think that net neutrality is good, they're basically illiterate, economic illiterates. So he's done some good things. I will give Trump
But
credit.
as a small business owner, how does this affect you?
I'm moving.
And no offense.
Moving.
I'm not that you haven't read the 1,000-page tax bill.
I read it when it was 477. I'm moving. I'm going to tell you right now because
You're
here's-
shutting down your cigar shop.
You hear the cigar shop will go to a private club. Don't worry, the cigar shop doesn't make money. That's nothing anyway. But here's the thing, and you hear Stephen Moore, and you hear all the guys who were pretend Reaganites, right? These guys are saying, well, if you live in a blue state, the blue state's too bad. States don't pay taxes. Only people do. So when you have pretend economists say it's okay for certain sections of our country to punitively go after other sections because too bad they live in high-tax states, that's outrageous. There is no loophole. It's an avoiding of double taxation. So every one of us in Illinois who earns a living, we are going to be double taxed. And my government is telling me too bad. Where's representation? This is double taxation, and I am not being represented. Deal's off. So I'll move to Florida for good. And that's it.
And then just keep the wife and kids back here?
Yeah. Look at
Oh,
me.
yeah, look at Throw some food on the floor.
We got
they'll be
that.
fine.
We got that video thing. Everything's fine.
Let's go to Kent, who joins us from Addison. Good morning, Kent. Kent.
Maybe it's a butt dial. I feel like he's walking around with the phone in his pocket.
Kent.
Yeah, hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, as for that taxation deal, that's none of the Democrats came to the table and tried to offer their proposals for that. So you know what? They don't have a say in it, and that's the way it goes. High tax liberal states are going to get screwed. You're right. And they deserve to get screwed.
No. I don't deserve it, brother. That's nonsense. I don't
live with you. I live in the same state.
Well, then revolt with me. Then revolt with me.
How are we going to revolt? What are we going to do? Just move?
I'm not to be double taxed. So you know what? You know what the beauty of earners are? You could
That's
stop
why we have
earning.
tax accountants to help us out.
Just stop earning. That's the greatest protest of all. My offer, you give him the Michael Corleone. My offer to you is this: nothing. So just lock the doors of your business and take a month off, because I got news for you. This Ponzi scheme we call an economy, if the capitalists shut down, the business owners shut down for a month, you'll see some scrambling. Easy. He's got the seatbelt on. Come on, Ken, put your seatbelt on.
Is there anything in the bill you like, Sean?
No,
anything?
It's built on the same premise. Okay, so if
I
you're
mean,
going to
anything. So if you're rich or your top earnings go from 39% to 37%, does that affect you?
You mean 2.9%?
Does
Listen,
it?
first of all, you know what they picked that is their champion? The corporate tax.
Oh,
the
the
corporate
corporate
tax
tax.
is a fraud. Corporations don't pay taxes. Number one, it's a pass-through. So if it's taxed, congratulations, the price of whatever they do goes up. So it's a nonsense. It's a slap and tickle. Ooh, look at my hand over here. I'm your friend. It's like your husband coming home. Aren't I a good husband? I took the garbage out. Forget about the 2 strippers in my trunk. Everything is fine. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's pure fantasy that a tax bill is going to lead to higher wages and growth. I mean,
No,
we have
no,
no
no.
guarantee that is going to happen.
Wait.
Corporations are already doing well. I mean, there's no guarantee because they keep saying jobs, and that's code for helping middle class families. Because they say we'll give the corporations a tax break that will create higher earners.
In theory, they're right.
And more positions.
In theory, see, listen, there's
no guarantee they're going to do that.
They're seizing record revenue. Do you understand? Every month that goes by for the last 12 years, the government has made more money than any time before in history. They're protecting their revenue because they need to protect their spending. So they address this. How could we fool the public? Well, let's sell them the correct theory. By the way, they're right in the theory of if companies can keep more money, they will grow and they will do better. They're right in theory. But corporations don't exist. They're people. So it's how those individual people will react to more money. But instead of giving every single one of us a tax break, like Reagan did, Reagan's tax bills, not one American paid more taxes. Not one. They cannot say this with this because this is a deception. This is about people who are earners paying more to exist and to acquire property.
You're listening to Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Squirrely is a hard-working squirrel that enjoys life to the fullest, eager to take on new challenges and experiences alongside Starlet, his soulmate, and the love of his life. Read Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet and see the world through the eyes of a newborn squirrel. You'll delight in the antics of Squirrely, Starlet, and their little family. A heartwarming adventure that teaches family values. Beautifully illustrated, a great story time read. Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet from Larry Friend. Available now at litfirepublishing.com. You will fall in love with Icy the Iceberg, the new, highly original children's book from Larry Friend. Follow Icy on his incredible journey, beginning his life as a sparkling snowflake and emerging as a beautiful blue floating iceberg. Icy the Iceberg is a joy for parents and kids alike. Experience together the fun creatures Icy encounters along his journey from snowflake to iceberg and back to snowflake. Kids will learn the complexities of the water cycle in a way they'll really enjoy. Icy the Iceberg, available now at Litfire wildfirepublishing.com.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign, the people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint, the people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens, the people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
Hey guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, it's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
People make your business work. But how do you find the right talent? ZipRecruiter. One click posts your job to over 100 top job boards. Then, smart matching technology instantly alerts quality candidates about your job. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
To try ZipRecruiter for free, just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
Hey there.
What's up, bruh?
Hello.
Aloha. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hola.
Hi. It takes a lot of voices to create the sound of us. The Y welcomes all of them with open arms. From career readiness to safe spaces, the Y is there, no matter who we are. Now, more than ever, they need your support. Donate to your local Y today. The Y, for a better us.
Read by members of the Y.
AM 560, The Answer.
'Tis the season for giving, and we continue with our Food for the Poor campaign. I don't know, Sean, you got to turn your microphone on. You're going to give?
I'm giving, absolutely.
Well, here's what you do. Go to 560theanswer.com/food.
Can I do it on my app?
You can do it on your app. You can do it around that hot little box right there and give some money to children in need, and not just kids in Haiti, because we know how you love the Haitians. Kids in Guatemala, but right now we're helping.
Sign in Bruce Wolf's name.
We're
They'll love
helping
this.
Puerto Ricans. They are still 3 months after the hurricane, still without power, still without clean food, and clean water and food. So they are on the ground right now helping Americans who are less fortunate. And I know a lot of people in my neighborhood said, wanted to have fundraisers for Puerto Ricans, and I tell them
I sent my
just
congressman, Louis Gutierrez. I gave him, go ahead, Louis, go.
I tell them just send money to Food for the Poor. Go to 560theanswer.com/food and make a donation. And there, Sean, you can also see a video that I made when I was in Haiti, so you can see the faces of the children that you're helping.
Yeah.
I can't even describe to you
Hold
the
on, I'm
level
doing
of
it right.
poverty that's there.
I'm doing it right
I wouldn't give you 5 minutes, you'd be crying. We'd go to one of those orphanages, and all they want to do is just be held or you spend time with somebody, because they're really, their parents either were murdered or died on the street or just dropped them off at an orphanage because they couldn't feed them.
Has nothing to do with the government there, right? No.
It's all the government. It's all government corruption. And Food for the Poor, if they were not on the ground operating in Haiti, there'd be tens of thousands of people dead, because they supplied 800 meals a day. People line up for the meals. And there's vaccinations, and they help the malnourished children. So it's really a great way. If you want to be a business benefactor, here's what you do. You call Michael Mann at 847-871-1527 with becoming a business benefactor. You make a one-time donation of $2,500, tax deductible. And as a way of saying thank you, we give you 40 1-minute commercials that air right here Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So please, it's a great way to take your business to the next level. It's a great advertising deal in Chicago. I mean, $2,500 for 40-second commercial, 41-minute commercials is a big deal.
What's Bruce Wolf's credit card number?
Call Michael Mann at 847-871-1527.
If you're talking about it, Dan and Amy are talking about it. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, Joshi, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
5:57 and a check of the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Flight boards at O'Hare and Midway show a few delays and cancellations. Atlanta is especially affected. The power issues at Hartsfield-Jackson International over the weekend. There's heavy traffic on the Kennedy approaching O'Hare. It's slow from Central to Sayre, and then on 190, stop and go from the Kennedy to the Tri-State. It's about 28 minutes downtown to the airport. About 21. Eden's good. Eisenhower. You get 34 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 29. Stevenson, 39 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Ryan, 22 minutes, 95th to the Loop. Bishopport, 21 minutes, 8094 to the Merge. Traffic is the service of the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. Leave your daily routine behind and head to the Cayman Islands on United Airlines. Less than a 4-hour nonstop flight from Chicago. Award-winning 7-mile beach, diving, and more await to the culinary capital of the Caribbean. Book your Cayman vacation at unitedvacations.com/Cayman. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte, AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Patchy morning fog and drizzle, otherwise sun and clouds today, high 47. Partly cloudy with patchy late night fog tonight, low 38. Morning fog in some spots with sun and clouds throughout the day tomorrow, high 50. And a mainly clear night, low 27. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
The news, a service of Chevrolet. This holiday season, Chevy invites you to become part of the family with the Chevy employee discount for everyone. You pay what they pay, not a cent more. Visit ChevroletEmployeeDiscount.com for vehicle eligibility and details. Chevrolet, find new roads. 5:59. And here are the stories we're following on AM 560, The Answer. Illinois Flyers impacted by the power outage at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Flights are backed up and delays are on the board this morning. Chicago police are investigating after a homeless man was beaten to death in East Ukrainian Village. Mundelein teen accused of pointing a replica assault rifle at drivers in Long Grove, arrested later in Mundelein. There will not be a valedictorian at Kankakee High School's graduation this spring. School leaders last week decided to drop the current system. Patrick Kane and the Hawks beat the Wild 4-1. Bulls go for their 6th straight win tonight when they host the 76ers. 43 at O'Hare. WIND Chicago News Time is 6 o'clock.
He says Robert Mueller's job is safe. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump tries to tamp down speculation. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, the president says he has no intention of firing Robert Mueller, but he is upset about the special counsel's move to gain thousands of emails from the presidential transition team.
As we said, there's no collusion. There's no collusion whatsoever, but a lot of lawyers thought that was pretty sad.
The criticism prompted the special counsel's office to release a rare statement saying, quote, when we have obtained emails in the course of our ongoing criminal investigation, we have secured either the account owner's consent or appropriate criminal process. Dave.
Rachel, the president just tweeted Republicans will do very well in 2018. 6 days after Roy Moore lost to Democrat Doug Jones in the Alabama special Senate election, the president wrote he said Moore would lose, and Ed Gillespie too, for very different reasons, citing the Democrats' win in Virginia's governor's race. He added, remember, Republicans are 5-0 in House special races this year, though Democrats did win one in California. Republican Senator John McCain's gone home to Arizona to keep being treated for a viral infection, a complication from his brain cancer treatment, so McCain will miss this week's vote on tax reform, but Republicans can pass it without him.
And people are going to see these tax cuts starting in February because we have the IRS already working on new tax tables.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin also says it'll boost the economy. Democrats don't think so. Senator Bernie Sanders tells CBS.
Massive tax breaks for the rich, cuts to Social Security. This is a grossly unfair tax bill.
Airlines are scrambling to get back to normal after the long outage in Atlanta.
Lights flickered once. It was really scary, but we were like, hopefully nothing happens. And then they flickered again, and they didn't come back.
Power didn't come back into the world's busiest airport till midnight. Some people stuck on airplanes for hours. There was a ripple effect of cancellations and delays across the country. There are long lines this morning in Atlanta. Hundreds more flights either canceled or delayed. Fox News, fair and balanced.
On AM 560, The Answer. Your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. And hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
If you're missing teeth or even a single tooth, dental implants are a fantastic way to regain your confidence, your smile, and your dental health. Dennis Prager here. You hear a lot of people screaming at you about dental implants, get it done in a day, or we can treat everybody, or hundreds of thousands of implants. Well, successful implants don't come from an implant factory. What you don't hear talked about is skill, treatment, and installation. These are what make for successful lifelong implants, and that's why you need to see Dr. Naruzzi at Fox River Periodontics. Dr. Naruzzi is the recommended choice of dentists that don't do implants. You need the experience, skill, and honesty that 24 years of dental implants bring. Everyone is different. Don't settle for mass-produced implants. Did you know that there is a difference in quality of the actual implant itself? Some are made to last, and some aren't.
This is Dr. Naruzzi. I personally guarantee your happiness with your implants.
Call Fox River Periodontics 630-632-7400 or just remember implantsforme.com.
Choose M13 Graphics for all your business brochures, postcards, flyers, and more. Order online at m13.com or call 877-613-1913.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
She's coughing.
Oh, yeah. I've had a cold for 3 months. I mean, at least I can talk today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sean from Elmwood Park is here, filling in for Dan.
Tell the truth. We had fun. We have fun in the other room.
We have
Everybody gets
fun.
along. They make fun of each other, right?
Yeah.
Flash dance, Thief of Hearts, making fun of my cologne, as opposed to Proft, who smells like he worked out 4 hours before the gym. My cologne's the problem, though, okay?
Your cologne, and then there's the issue of your car. Your car. I should tell people, I asked to borrow a sweatshirt last time we worked together. Opened up your trunk, and I was blown away. Your car reeks of cigar smoke. Oh, no. So I took the sweatshirt. It smelled so bad. And let alone, it was in the back of your car. So then I held it outside the window while I drove to the gym thinking, oh, I'll air it out.
Nope.
No, no. People in my class
turned on.
No.
Yeah, turned
What's
on.
that smell? No, that's not the smell
That's
of freedom.
man.
That's not the smell of man.
It's the smell of man.
That's so gross.
First of
It
all,
was
cigar
disgusting.
smoke is ambiance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, you do own a
It
cigar
only
store.
really it attracts real women to real men. Everybody else,
like,
stay
can't
away.
they like this cologne?
That's it.
What cologne you gonna go with? London Gentleman or? No. Hold on.
What on?
Blackbeard's Delight.
Rah.
No. She gets a special cologne. It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. Yep. It's made with bits of real panther.
Uh-huh.
It's a formidable scent. Stings the nostrils. In a good way. Yeah. Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline. They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time. That doesn't make sense.
First of all, you know what I do?
That's what you got.
My cousin makes fun of me.
I
yeah.
can't imagine anybody
So,
in your family making fun
I
of you.
can't leave the house unless I shower. I don't understand how people could possibly get up and just get dressed and go out of the house. To me, that is despicable. So I have to.
What if you wake up late?
I don't care. I factor in a shower. If I'm late, I'm already late. And then I like to, you got to shave. I shave every day.
Right.
And I love the Clubman. If it's good enough for the Cowboys, baby, it's good enough for me.
The what?
Clubman.
Oh.
Clubman. You get it at Walgreens. It's like $6. I love it.
Is it a hand lotion?
No, it's an aftershave.
Oh, so that's what I'm smelling? That's what's burning my
You're
nostrils?
smelling the nectar of Nordic gods called Gear from Norway. I only buy my cologne from Norway.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
like
right. That's one thing we have in common. We're both
No.
Norwegian.
Well, you're not.
I'm Swedish. No, but my grandma Schmedberg was from Norway.
All right.
It's the same. Sweden, Norway. It's all
Well, that's where
interchangeable.
we send the people who don't make the grade of the Vikings to Sweden. Get out.
Oh, yeah.
Only the men are from Norway.
Okay. Lots of men were on the talk shows on Sundays pushing for this tax bill, saying, oh, no, it is going to help the middle class. Here's Steve Mnuchin.
People are going to see this in their paychecks. This is about the middle class. This is about working families. This is about child tax credits that are going up significantly. As you mentioned, refundable parts of the tax credits going up significantly. People are going to see their paychecks go up. People are going to see their wages go up. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, and they're saying a family of 4 that makes $75,000 a year is going to have $2,095 tax break.
First of all, the transgendering Liza Minnelli, Steve Mnuchin, who was a money bundler, Democrat Goldman Sachs hack his entire life. He's the 3rd generation of him, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're $300 and some million. We don't have a class structure in the country. Number one. Number two, the last time I heard a number, what it was going to save me, it was Barack Obama telling me that I was going to save $2,500 a year if he just implemented this little tyranny called Obamacare. It was going to be great. Rainbows and lollipops. Well, here I am, 22 and change a month. So they're lying. They're lying. He has no idea. And here's the other thing that's annoyed me since I've been listening to talk radio. On one hand, it's a schizophrenia of stats. On one hand, the GDP is up. The economy is roaring. Everything is great. In fact, it's so great, we need to raise interest rates to slow it down because we don't want a bubble. On the other hand, Liza Minnelli and his friends, when they get done, we need this tax cut to spur the economy, to make everything great. These are conflicting. They're selling a pig with lipstick on called a tax bill.
Well, the
that
tax
is
bill is
double
1,000
down.
pages, and nobody has read it. I don't know of one. Maybe Paul Ryan
Paul
has
Ryan
read the
hasn't
tax
read anything, especially the Constitution. He's another plays Woody from Toy Story.
Which politician do you
Retired.
like?
I don't
is
like
there any
any of them.
politician you like?
None
Not
anymore.
one.
No.
None
And I
anymore.
was a Ted Cruz, Mike Lee fan. And you know what Mike Lee and Rubio did? They
Yeah.
fought for more welfare called
Well,
the
child
credit.
tax credit.
It's
It
not
went
a
up. No, he said he wasn't going to do anything, but they conceded to him, so it went from 1,000 to 2,000.
It's a welfare payment. You don't deserve it. You don't get paid to have kids in this country. And
Well,
if you
I
do,
don't mind because I have 2 of them,
and
so
if-
I think it's great.
Sure, they corrupt the populace. And if you do, then why is Comrade on drop off Bernie Sanders? Why is he wrong? Let's make it 16,000 a year. See, you have no leg to stand on because you have no principles.
Well, with the latest on the tax bill and what's next and when this will go to the president's desk, we are joined by Rachel Sutherland from Fox News Radio in D.C. Good morning, Rachel. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So no surprises on Friday night, or was Corker's change of heart and Rubio's change of heart a surprise?
Well, Rubio, I don't think that's a surprise at all because he had been in negotiations with the White House to be able to have a higher child tax credit, so he's not that much of a surprise. I was a little surprised actually at the hard stand he was taking on this, because losing even one Republican vote is something that won't work for Republicans getting this passed. Bob Corker, what I'm hearing is that there was some kind of a deal made with him that made him happy at the last second, because he was one to watch too, because he was the only a Republican senator to vote against the original.
Yeah, but wasn't that personal because of his interactions with Trump on Twitter?
It's a carve out for earned income.
You know, that's you mean like he had a personal feeling against the president. Yeah, I mean that's been some of the rumor and speculation. I mean he's denied that, but yeah, I mean they've had that ongoing fight. I guess he's called Little Bob Corker, but also there are others that are fans of the president as well. One, for example, Senator Jeff Flake, and I don't think that he was holding out so much based on any kind of personal. He said he had concerns about the deficit, as did Bob Corker. Now, in this part, it looks like there's been some kind of a late ad that it has to do with a real estate provision, and some people are crying foul over that because
Bob Corker's a real estate developer, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Well, so is Donald Trump, or President Trump. So what is this new provision for real estate agents or brokers?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the specifics on it. It's, all I know from the reporting that I've seen, and I'll get with our producer on the Hill shortly and find out more, is that it's a provision that could benefit real estate.
It's carried interest. It's a carried interest. I believe
he's a real estate broker, right?
Yeah, I'm a real estate broker.
So tell us.
I believe it's a carried interest, which, by the way, should be in there. Carried interest is when two people partner up on a project, whether it be a cookie, a store, or real estate project. And what it does is it treats any gains as long-term capital gains, which, of course, it should be, because it's capital. Someone's putting capital to spur a partner who's putting sweat equity. So it should be in there. But see, here's my problem, Rachel. This bill, to me, is built on the same philosophy of what I believe is an outrageous tax system, of a progressive tax, where you take more from the people who really do produce in the country. 20% of the people pay 95% of the taxes. So you could always have this class warfare. And my problem with it is we had an opportunity, being Republicans as far as the eye can see, to actually address the structure of a punitive progressive tax system that doesn't work. It doesn't matter where you put the pressure points, because isn't it true that people in a capitalist system can always decide not to produce? And now what do they do when they're wrong?
That's a very interesting point. I mean, but at the same time, I think that Republicans have argued that this bill is certainly necessary. But you're right in one respect, in that it's always someone is going to be upset by any kind of a solution to the tax problems that we have. This reform bill has upset certain folks, and other people like it, but there's no way to please everybody.
So what's next?
If there is, I don't know it.
Yeah, what's next? Where does it go from here?
A vote tomorrow is planned on the final bill. We do know also that the vice president has delayed a trip to the Middle East in case he's needed to break a tie. Which could definitely be possible, also keeping an eye on the health of John McCain.
Yeah, and John McCain's on his way back to Arizona, so, I mean, that's a good sign that he was able to get on a plane at least.
Right.
Well,
so he's, that okay.
Yeah, let's reach for the good point. Does this bill address any of the spending? Does it address anything to do? I mean, are we still pretending we have a debt ceiling, or is it just, is Liza Minnelli, known as Steve Mnuchin, just going to keep printing money and keep spending them as much as possible? I mean, are we still pretending we have a debt ceiling?
I'm not sure where the debt ceiling stands. Are you referring to the spending bill they need to pass by the end of the week?
Correct.
Oh, right. Look, that is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, whereas you'll see tax reform probably pass fairly easily. When it comes to the spending bill, what Democrats want to see is that there's been an increase in spending for defense. Democrats are saying we want increases in spending on other government programs, so that'll be a non-starter for a lot of Republicans, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so what could happen is, what I foresee is that the House will pass something by Wednesday, and then it'll go to the Senate, where Democrats would filibuster, and they would need that 60-vote majority, and that'd be enough for Democrats to shoot down a spending bill. And it's possible, yeah, they could shut the government down 11:59:59 on Friday night.
Oh. Isn't everyone leaving anyway, though?
They always shut down at 11:59 on Friday. They're shut down constantly. Come on.
All right. Well, thanks so much. That was Rachel Sutherland, who joins us from Washington, D.C., and she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Listen to Dan and Amy on your smartphone. Download the AM560 mobile app today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
No. Coming up next, you think I'm having a bad day? Try being Matthew Peterson. Some rough moments on Capitol Hill. But first, here's your weather forecast.
The weather forecast is going to be a lot like London fog. You're going to have patches of fog. It's going to be a little higher than normal, right? We're going to go up to 39 degrees. That process is going to play out over the next 48 hours. Now, Jim Telemonte is going to tell me, where are the people who are going to work clashing with the people coming home from the nightclubs? Where is that happening?
All right. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Amy. Well, a lot of people are stuck. I don't know if the bars are open at O'Hare, but they're stuck if they have flights to and from Atlanta. There were power issues at Hartsfield-Jackson over the weekend. Things are getting back to normal very slowly. A lot of people are trapped at the Atlanta airport or stuck there and in that area. And other than going to and from Atlanta, most flights at O'Hare and Midway are moving as scheduled. There are issues at Atlanta. Metra has a train stopped on the BNSF line right now near Clarendon Hills. Mechanical issue. That train's due downtown at 6:35. Got a few crashes in the suburbs. Roads are slick in some areas, at least wet. Edens is 21 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose outbound 20. Kennedy, 28 minutes. O'Hare to downtown outbound 31. The Eisenhower's 38 minutes. 390 to downtown. Stevenson, 41 minutes. 355 to the drive. Ryan, 22 minutes. 95th to Duluth. Bishop Ford, 22 minutes. 8094 to the right. Tollways are fine. I'm Jim Telemonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Business owners, it's likely you're working on your business plan for 2018, budgeting for different departments, or considering where to grow your revenue. It's going to be a busy new year. Have you included your IT infrastructure, network security, and your IT help desk and support? You know, IT can be one of those things that's out of sight and out of mind until there's a problem and everything comes to a screeching halt. Your IT systems are the backbone of your business and what makes everything run smoothly. And Turnkey IT is the company that makes sure your business doesn't miss a beat. Make 2018 the year to improve your network hardware, get into the cloud, and most importantly, get prompt, courteous, local customer support for your systems. Ready for a new and better year for your business? Start with a visit from your friendly, neighborhood trusted IT advisors at Turnkey IT, so you can concentrate on your business and not the technical stuff. Is your IT ready for 2018? Visit turnkey.pro today. Turnkey.pro.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
You know what? They do make me feel better. I really do. Like, it has helped me a lot. It gives me energy. They're working out for me, and so I'm really, really happy.
When I first started taking it, someone mentioned my my skin, and that was like within like the first couple of weeks, and I thought, wow.
I feel like $1 million. Really love the product. I gotta tell you, I don't no longer have those energy lows at 4 o'clock when I'm falling asleep. I am doing things I ordinarily would not do.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago.
AM 560, The Answer.
Yeah, I have to have final approval if you tweet a picture of me.
You're such a chick.
I know.
I'm running out of memory taking pictures here.
We have a Keith Conrad family update. We have a Keith Conrad crisis this morning. His parents were on a cruise, and they were flying back home to Alabama, but they had to go through Atlanta. And as you know, it was a mess in Atlanta yesterday. Some people thought it was a terrorist attack. I mean, can you imagine you're walking to your gate and all of a sudden everything shuts down? Yeah. And, I mean, then people are out in the cold. They were trying to get people out of there, and it was 40 degrees and raining out. So what's happening with your parents?
Well, they were lucky in that they managed to get a hotel room last night.
And this morning they managed to secure a rental car, so they're headed back to Huntsville.
They're going to finish their continental breakfast?
They're going to finish the continental breakfast at the hotel. I mean, they got to get something out of this.
Nice.
So
I like eating food brought to the table by people I have no idea if they wash their hands. It's good for you.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right, well, thank you. We're
So
glad that
they're headed back home.
Yay.
Yay, and you didn't have to do anything, huh?
No, not at all.
Son of the year.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. You were great. You did great today.
All right, so they're having a good day. Somebody who did not have a good day was a man named Matthew Peterson. He had a confirmation hearing to be, appointed a federal judge with the Trump administration.
How'd it go?
On Friday. Well, it did. Let's just say it didn't go well. What was his courtroom experience? Here's Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, Republican,
We
asking
still got a
him.
Kennedy in there, huh?
Yeah, asking him about his courtroom experience.
Have you ever tried a jury trial?
I have not.
Civil?
No.
Criminal?
No.
Bench?
No.
State or federal court?
I have not.
Have you ever argued a motion in federal court?
No.
I mean, this is my ex-father-in-law is a federal judge appointed by the Clinton administration. We talked about this on Saturday. It's beyond embarrassing. Okay, here it goes. What's expert witness rule?
Yes.
Can you tell me what the Dober standard is?
Senator Kennedy, I don't have that readily at my disposal.
Ready? A common method for blocking evidence. Anybody who even watches Law and Order knows the answer to this
Or
one.
Suits. I watch Suits. I love it, baby.
Do you know what a motion in limine is?
I would probably not be able to give you a good definition right here at the table.
Yeah, you're qualified. And he's got the same resume as Elena Kagan. That's the exact same thing she did. She's a Supreme Court justice. So all of a sudden we have rules? I say give him the job. Let's see what happens.
Well, he's a nominee for a lifetime appointment as a federal judge. He did serve on the Federal Election Commission, but that's it. Oh, and he went to law school. But he, to his credit, it was so painful to watch this, and this has gone viral. Everybody has seen this. He does concede that his background isn't in trial work.
And I understand the challenge that would be ahead of me if I were fortunate enough to become a district court judge.
You're going to do great, baby.
I think he's got a future.
He doesn't know what the questions are going to be. You can't prepare at all. What's him and his pals just been out celebrating and what a Dirk and strip joints the whole time?
Hey. We'll talk about that at 8:35. Yeah. But the Senate has confirmed 12 Trump appointees to the Federal Appeals Court. And, Obama only had 3 and Trump has 12. It's just like a race to pump up President Trump's own ego. It's like, take your time, breathe, find qualified people.
Well, in his
defense.
defense.
That is an embarrassment. If you had to go to trial and that federal judge is on the bench, you really want him presiding over your case? Heck no.
Amy, I
demand to have a judge reassignment.
Do you think he's different than any of the political appointees? Do you think he's different than 80%?
He's different than my
hold on a minute.
father-in-law.
Obama, Clinton, and Bush. They stick their sycophants. This is a legislative tyranny. Now, what the FBI has shown you is that there are no angels among men. These are political hacks. And if your name is on a list from a politician, there's a reason. You donated. They have affiliation. So we are in the middle of a judicial activist country. That's what these judges are. Lady Liberty isn't Lady Justice isn't blind anymore. She's either a Republican or a Democrat, depending on who stuck her in there. So the whole system is thrown off kilter. We need to throw it all away, start all over again. And let's start with a system that doesn't penalize us for wanting to be achievers. Can we do that?
All of the 12 appointees have pledged their loyalty to Trump, including this guy, Matthew Peterson. And he's still in contention. If that was me, if that happened, I'd say, you know what? Maybe this position isn't for me. You're right. Let's have somebody else with more experience, or at least who's tried a civil case, or a criminal case, any
Loyalty is
kind of
loyalty is the new integrity. Orange is the new black.
It's what Chicago is talking about. It's Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy on AM 560. The Answer.
Are you facing foreclosure, been foreclosed upon, in a bad modification, or just stuck in a bad mortgage? Well, we may be able to help you. My name is Lou Bridges. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Lou Bridges & Associates. We've been helping distressed homeowners like you for over 8 years now. We defend foreclosure actions. We bring claims against the banks and the servicers for wrongful foreclosure and other violations of mortgage servicing regulations. And we help people negotiate modifications of their existing mortgages, often including principal reductions. Give us a call. We provide free consultations. I guarantee you it will not be a sales pitch. We will give you our honest analysis, counsel, and advice regarding your options.
Hi, this is Rayanne from Lou Bridges & Associates. I am one of the loan modification processors here, and if you are in need of any additional information in regard to a loan modification, please contact the office.
Go to bridgeslaw.net or call 224-513-1231. That's 224-513-1231.
Remember, people, never give up the land. Fight for truth and justice. You do that, and I guarantee you'll never be alone.
Winter's almost here, and you'll need a heating and cooling company you know you can depend on. Look no further. That company is the original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling. They're not one of those massive impersonal companies with inexperienced technicians and subcontractors. Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling sends only their own highly skilled technicians. From service to installation and everything in between, their work quality and customer service is the best. The original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling keeps homes and businesses comfy and warm. Call Carrie at 847-545-1700 or visit arlingtonheightsheatingandcooling.com. Mention AM 560 and receive 20% off your first service call. That's Carrie at 847-545-1700 or online at arlingtonheightsheatingandcooling.com. The original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling, not the biggest, just the best.
Hey, Butch, all I ever see you eat is raw meat, whiskey, and an occasional bowl of rusty nails. Now, I know you're tough, but with your diet, what's your secret to avoiding the flu?
Jim, this is between us. You hear?
Sure, Butch, you can trust me.
Well, I take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. I take them on the go or under the table when no one's looking. It's the only way I'd ever get over 10 real servings of fruits and vegetables.
Is it like a vitamin or something?
No, it's food. They only use real whole ingredients. Not that isolated or synthetic crap you get with all the other guys. This is real stuff, Jim. Real stuff. They sell direct to consumers and ship right to your door, free of charge.
Well, Buckaroo, how do I get them?
Call them at 1-800-2468-751. Write it down, Jim, before someone sees me. It's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WAGON for a special offer.
AM 560. The Answer.
You know, I saw Santa over the weekend at Gene and Giorgetti's on Friday night. See him?
Was he drunk?
No, he was not drunk. But this is the same Santa who hit on my mother about 4 or 5 years ago.
She's got that Mrs. Claus thing going on, huh?
But he really looks like Santa. This is his grown beard. I mean, he is Santa Claus.
No,
and this is what he lives in Wisconsin.
He's some unemployed fella who works for exactly a month a year.
He's a Santa mall.
Oh, sure.
He's a Santa, a mall Santa. But anyway, he's
just a fat guy without a razor.
He was very polite to my mom. She had just lost her husband, and he said, I know I've lost my wife recently. And they're talking. Next thing I know, Santa's giving my mom his phone number. It was kind of cute.
Call Santa.
And my kids were all like, Mom,
I got so many North Pole jokes in my head right now.
Why is Grandma Wheezy talking to Santa? I said, no, they're just having a talk. Maybe she's telling him what she wants for Christmas. But anyway, so he's...
I'm not touching anything anymore. I don't want to get sued.
Food for the poor. We are almost at our goal, and we need your help and your generosity to push us over the finish line. The best thing to do is to be a business benefactor. If you own a company or if you make the marketing decisions for your company, listen up. We have a few slots left. Sean, read some of these companies who have become business benefactors. What it is $2,500 tax-deductible donation. The money goes to Food for the Poor, which is a properly vetted organization. They're 4 stars on Charity Navigator. And then as a way of saying thanks, we give you 40 one-minute commercials. So what are some of the companies that have signed up?
Phantom Media, Mike McCaddy and Associates at Century 21 affiliated, my competition. The law firm of Spiegel and Cahill, Archer Tax and Accounting. He's going to be busy this year. Innovative Control, Inc., Arthur Daniel Lagg's book, Riveting, and I don't know, this guy just wrote a book and fit it in there.
Words are hard, yes.
Alti-Clip, iMorph Smart Technologies, Midwest Companies, Dentistry for All Ages. And, ironically, these are the same companies that will be moving to tax-free states.
Okay, all right.
KP Toffee, Joe Cotton Ford, very nice place. Gunati Insurance, TTI Medical Training, LarryFriendBooks.com, Cafe Salsa and Countryside, the Neuroscience Center,
Just to name a few.
Just
We don't have to
name
go
a
through
few.
the list.
Okay,
but
well, I mean, keep
we only have about.
me, read them, you know.
Well, we only have about 10 slots left, if even that. So get on this. If you have any questions, please just call Michael Mann directly at 847-871-1527. That's 847-871-1527. And we thank you in advance for your generosity. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, 7 forbidden terms and words that cannot be used at the CDC. You talk about big government.
Can I say them? I like saying the words you can't say. I love it.
Do you know what they are?
I don't know, but
We'll
I can
go
make them
over
up.
it.
Can I make them up?
Just make up one.
All right. No, I can't. We're going to get in trouble.
Let's go into the newsroom now. He looks like a stagehand, or what else did you describe him
Thief
as?
of Hearts, baby.
Or Thief of Hearts. Here's Mike Scott.
Oil prices are up this morning thanks in part to a North Sea pipeline stoppage and an oil workers strike. We're watching Brent crude go up about 25 cents to $63.48 a barrel. That's after gasoline prices were dropping here over the weekend. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says he has no doubt Congress will pass the tax reform bill this week.
This has been a terrific process with the House and Senate working together in conference, and there's a terrific bill that's going to get to the president to sign.
An estimate from the Tax Policy Center says the GOP tax plan increases the deficit. Mnuchin pushed back, says he does not agree with those numbers. A member of the Senate Intelligence Committee says anti-Trump texts sent by an FBI agent may not taint the entire investigative process. The agent once worked on the special counsel probe into Russian election meddling.
It's very serious to be able to have someone inside. What they've got to determine is, was he directing the investigation one way or the other while he was on the investigation? Is that something they can go back and repair and look and see if there's any kind of bias that's in it?
Oklahoma Republican Senator James Langford on CBS's Face the Nation. This morning, an Australian man is facing serious charges that he worked to broker weapons sales on the black market on behalf of North Korea. Australian federal police say Chan Han Choi has no scruples and said so after he was caught.
He's doing it out of a patriotic purpose. I think at the end of the day, he would sell whatever he could.
Choi's a Sydney man of Korean descent. He's been in the country of Australia for 3 decades. Apparently tried to sell missile guidance systems to third parties for millions of dollars each to raise money for North Korea. Senator John McCain's son-in-law says the senator continues to do well.
As anyone knows whose family has battled cancer or any significant disease, that oftentimes there are side effects to treatment that you have. The senator's been through a round of chemo, and he went and was hospitalized this week.
Ben Domenech telling CBS's Face the Nation McCain, to him, remains one of the toughest men on earth. You can add Illinois Flyers from Chicago all the way to St. Louis to the list of those dealing with the after effects of the power outage at Atlanta's airport over the weekend, where thousands of flights and crews were canceled or pushed out of order after a sudden power outage at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Chicago police are investigating after a homeless man was beaten to death in East Ukrainian Village. Authorities are searching for the person who shot and killed a teen, helping his stepdad deliver newspapers on Chicago's southwest side. And there is another open seat at the Illinois Capitol. Metro East State Rep Dan Baser yesterday resigning from the legislature, saying he wasn't going to run for re-election next year. Patrick Kane, a pair of goals. Blackhawks over the Wild 4-1. Bulls go for 6 straight when they host the 76ers at the United Center. The news, a service of Ergodyne Tenacious Work Gear. Feeling that Windy City chill? Get worker approved and preferred Ergodyne warming gear for you and your crew. Built for professional grade performance. Find it at a Chicagoland Home Depot store. 6:34, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Dennis Prager puts our current political climate in perspective.
You should have a liberal and conservative party in the United States. We need that, but leftism is destructive. And the Democratic Party is now a left-wing party, not a liberal party. Leftism is a mortal threat to Western civilization. Liberalism is not. At this juncture, if it is good for the Democratic Party, it is bad for America.
The Dennis Prager Show, weekdays at 11, right before Sean Hannity at 2 on AM 560. The Answer.
And finally, here's a way you can save time. Use Spot Hero anytime you park downtown. First-time users can enter promo code CITY for $10 off. Spot Hero. Park Smarter, famous conservative quotes, presented by Automated Systems.
Honest Abe Lincoln wisely said, "America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves." Wise indeed.
I know you support companies that share your conservative values. For FDA-regulated staffing needs, Automated Systems provides top talent, from experienced quality control and quality assurance engineers to top validation and compliance experts. Depend on Automated Systems. Hiring the best is critical to success. ASI resources are all degreed professionals with decades of experience in manufacturing, automation, and FDA compliance. That's why ASI is retained by all of Chicagoland's Fortune 500 life science companies to successful startups. For a staffing evaluation, call Laz at Automated Systems, toll-free 844-HIRE-ASI, or visit automatedsys.com.
6:35 and a check of the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Like there's some precipitation in the area, a number of crashes, especially in the west and northwest suburbs. There's some fog. Most flights are moving in and out of O'Hare, and Midway is scheduled. There remain some lingering issues going in and out of Atlanta. Power issues there over the weekend. Edens is 23 minutes, Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 20. Kennedy, 35 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. 13 from Montrose, 11 on the express. Outbound 38 minutes to the airport. The Eisenhower, 39 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound 32. Stevenson, 47 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 37. Ryan is 23 minutes, 95th to downtown. Northbound Tri-State has mild delays. Plainfield Road to 47th, and from the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. Traffic is a service of Let Us Entertain You. Give the gift that fits all appetites. A Let Us Entertain You gift card. Receive a free $25 holiday bonus for every $100 of Lettuce gift cards you buy. Simply visit a Lettuce restaurant or LEYE.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Patchy morning fog, light drizzle. Otherwise, later in the day, clouds and sun, high 47. Partly cloudy, late night fog, overnight low 38. Currently 43. Next news coming up at 7. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next with Sean from Elmwood Park filling in with Amy this morning on AM 560. The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 on your mobile device. Now available on iHeartRadio. Online at iHeartRadio.com.
The hypocrites scatter when I shine the bright light of reason. I'm Larry Elder. Join me tonight at 7 right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Yeah. Come on, sing, Sean, sing.
I don't sing. I stare at you like I want to fight you. That's how I pick up. That's how it used to be.
Sean from Elmwood Park is here. Sean Thompson.
Yeah.
I think Sean from Elmwood Park is better.
And you know what's funny is that I'm actually from Melrose Park, but it all got started
how do
here on this
people Melrose
station.
Park feel that you claim Elmwood Park?
They laugh because as kids we used to it's funny, those little neighborhoods we used to get together
like
and
Franklin
play
Park,
football.
Melrose Park, Elmwood Park.
Yeah, so Melrose Park, I love growing up in Melrose Park. Honest to God, greatest people in the
Not
world.
better than Mount Prospect. It's just not.
So we would go and start off like a football game, and it would end up into a fist fight at every single turn. But now, I mean, for years, one of my closest friends really are from both towns. But my wife, I married a girl from there, and she refuses to move.
From Elmwood Park?
Well, she's actually, and she refuses to move because I don't like it here and haven't liked it here for years. But I understand why, and that's it goes to the philosophy of what politicians know they have over you. And that is that they use your love and affection for your family against you, right? So they know that they have one direction to go in. Let's tax and spend, because only a small fraction of the people will actually do what they say and move out. And they know that. And that's what makes them scoundrels and scumbags.
All right, 312-642-5600. We've had Alex from Dundee on the line. Good morning, Alex. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. Sean, you're the man, and I picked up my hot Italian wife in Elmwood Park, so that's why people hang on Elmwood Park.
Who wins this bet?
They're
by
the
way?
best. They're the best. You know what? I
Why
love
are they the best?
I
What
love
makes-
Italian girls. You know why? They don't pretend to like you when they don't like you. See, it's kind of a combination of they have that contempt for your attitude, but they know they kind of need you a little bit around. I love that.
Okay.
What do you think,
and
Alex?
They know how to cook and keep you happy. But if you want to see buffoons, the dream team is Maxine Waters and Frederica Wilson. They'll make a 4-year-old kid look like a rocket science. Just go Google them and let this judge go, because there's you can't believe these people are in Washington. It's just unbelievable.
I know, Alex, but
so you're defending that judicial candidate?
Yeah, well,
Mr.
You know what,
Look at
Alex?
the buffoons that are in there.
It's a race to the bottom,
Let 'em go.
Alex. And when you say that, I get what
Thanks,
you're
Alex.
saying. You know, our guys aren't as dumb. Our dumb guys aren't as dumb as your dumb guys. I get that, but really, where's the integrity among people? You know, this FBI story is a big deal, and it shows you there are no
there
angels
wasn't Russian
among men.
collusion. There was collusion with the FBI to bring down President Trump.
It's not just the FBI. There's the other guy at the Justice Department. So you have these political sycophants put into positions of power in the bureaucracy. Which what is a bureaucracy but foot soldiers of the government? That's all they are. So to pretend we have representation versus rulers, at every turn they prove you don't. And every one of these scoundrels, whether it's Mueller, Comey, Rosenstein.
Rosenstein. Or is it Rosenstein?
We'll ask Wolf on Wednesday. Either way, every one of these guys, you know what they all have in common? They all want big government. Not only do they want big government, they all want the power over you, and they all want it in the control of the Soviet Democrats, because that's what they are.
Speaking of big government, I don't know if you heard this, but over late last week, the CDC got a list of forbidden words. The Trump administration prohibiting the HHS agencies from using certain words and phrases and official documents being prepared for the 2018 budget. Are you ready? The Trump administration is prohibiting officials at the nation's top public health agency from using a list of 7 words. Are you ready?
I'm just disgusted by the whole thing. We're going to use what we don't like until we correct. It's like using racism to fix racism. So we're going to use. Everyone was outraged when Obama said you couldn't say certain words. So now we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah. Are you ready for the words?
Yeah. Let's race to the bottom. Go.
Fetus.
Oh, that's a bad one, huh?
Vulnerable. Diversity. Transgender. Evidence-based and science-based.
You know, these are words. First of all, the idea that we call babies fetuses, I've never used that, regardless of who was president. They're always babies, right?
So they're never fetus.
Well,
okay.
I don't. You know what I learned a long time ago, and because I love history. Every government that wanted to deceive the people misused words. Look at what we do. We call Democrats liberal. They're not liberal. They're not liberal at all. They're Soviets. They're not liberal. They're socialists. They're not liberal. They're communists. That's not liberal. I'm the liberal. I don't care what someone does in their house.
CDC not happy with this, but, you know, in some instances, they were given alternative phrases. So instead of science-based or evidence-based, they suggested phrases, the CDC bases its recommendations on science in consideration with community standards and wishes.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a crazy way to do your job.
Because you know
when
what
you're
an
told not
expert is in the government?
Words to use.
A stranger in a suit. All of a sudden, everybody's an expert. So science-based, please.
Let's go to Kevin, who joins us in lovely Northfield. Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Hey there, guys. Jacobitson and Sean, how the heck are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jacobson, yes.
I'm here with Maxine Waters, and she claims, Sean, that you are covering up for an industry that's based on white supremacy.
Which one is that?
The teeth whitening and the tooth bleaching industry.
I don't know if I'm doing that.
Based on white supremacy.
One thing I see what he did there.
Are you
See?
two friends?
Now, here's what I like about Maxine Waters that no one talks about.
What's that?
Her husband was one of the
her
first recipients of TARP. They have a bank in South Central,
Oh my God.
of which he's the primary shareholder.
Oh,
So
really?
when TARP came out, because much like the Pritzkers and much like all these, they have these little banks in these neighborhoods that give loans out that shouldn't have been given in the first place. So when they go bad, which they inevitably will do, they would just want to make sure they're at the spear tip of the fraud known as TARP. So everyone wins in Maxine Waters' world, and the beat goes on, and she's a hero and a monument to her people. And in the meantime, we do this because when Republicans get in charge, what do? They do pretty much the same thing, only with better management. So it's just all ridiculous.
Thanks, Kevin, for the phone call.
The stories you need to know to start your day. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up, if you missed the Ellen show on Friday, Sean's going to tell us all about it.
It was great.
Hillary was on wearing a leather jacket, right? And
a leather jacket and a cast on her hoof. She looked as healthy as usual. She broke her foot 2 years ago. You still got the cast on? You're doing great.
Weather forecast for today?
Well, it's going to be like that movie American Werewolf in London. It's kind of like a Jack the Ripper thing, where it's still dark outside. Why is it dark?
Because it's foggy out.
I don't like it. I don't like the
scary.
fog.
It's like the Atlanta airport yesterday.
Can I do the Florida weather where it's going to be 80 and sunny and the beach will be coming down?
No.
All right.
Because a lot of us have to stay
It's
here.
not going to be good here, but Jim Telemonte is going to tell you where the dummies are. Where do I avoid them?
All right, good morning, Sean, and good morning, Amy. Now to avoid the CTA yellow line right now, trains are stopped near Oakton. There's a mechanical problem, and Metra has delays on the BNSF line after some mechanical issues. Eden's kind of heavy for this time of the morning. Delays start at Niles Center, 31 minutes. Lake Hook to Montrose, outbound 21. Kennedy, 35 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, outbound 36. It's slow on westbound 190 with airport traffic. The Eisenhower, 47 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 39. The Stevenson, 47 minutes, 355 to the drive, outbound 37. Ryan, 25 minutes, 95th to the loop. I-57's good. Bishop Ford, though, 29 minutes, 80-94 to the merge. The only tollway issues right now, northbound Tri-State, though 95th to 87th. Plainfield Road to 47th, and from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Northwest Indiana's good. I'm Jim Talamonte, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
I'm Lou Dobbs. 2 ailing senators may hold the key to tax reform. CSX Railway CEO taking a leave of absence. Those stories are next. Are you being intimidated by the IRS? Rapid Resolution Tax Group is a team of tax attorneys, enrolled agents, and tax professionals who've helped thousands of people with problems just like yours, and they promise not to let the IRS intimidate you. If you are an individual or business who owes at least $10,000 to the IRS, you can turn to them for help. Has your bank account been levied? Do you have years of unfiled tax returns? Let Rapid Resolution Tax Group intervene for you. They're accredited with and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they guarantee same-day contact with the IRS. If you qualify, Rapid Resolution Tax Group can work towards settling your tax debt for less, removing penalties and fees, and stopping levies and garnishments. Call the professionals at Rapid Resolution Tax Group at 800-601-2929. That's 800-601-2929. This is the week Republican leaders promise a final vote on tax reform after House and Senate negotiators put the finishing touches on it. But 2 senators, Thad Cochran and John McCain, may hold the key to its passage. And either failing to return to Washington to vote could doom the tax plan. Economic reports due out today include the Housing Market Index from the National Association of Home Builders, and ahead this week, FedEx reporting its quarterly results. Shares in CSX Railways plummeted Friday after CEO Hunter Harrison announced he's taking a medical leave of absence. That caused CSX shares to lose $4 billion in market value. Investors hoping CSX will stabilize its management team until Harrison returns. Please join me for Lou Dobbs tonight, 7 and 11 Eastern, on the Fox Business Network. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
If you have pain, listen up, Dennis Prager here. You don't need to live in pain. Let me repeat that. You don't have to live in pain. Chronic pain is the worst, whether it's from an accident or pain that just develops. So Chicagoland, you're in luck. Dr. Ken Candido is one of the nation's most respected and successful pain doctors. He's been voted one of Chicago's best pain doctors several times. Bottom line, he's the pain doctor you need. Dr. Candido of Chicago Anesthesia and Pain Specialists will help you get off pain medication and all of its side effects. How? By finding the source of your chronic pain and fixing it.
This is Ken Candido of Chicago Anesthesia Pain Specialists. Let's make you pain-free.
Call Dr. Ken Candido and make an appointment with a cutting-edge, respected, and successful pain physician. Go to mypainchicago.com. That's mypainchicago.com. Thousands have been helped with their chronic pain, and you can be the next one. Get the phone number and all the info you need at mypainchicago.com.
AM 560, The
Answer. We're tweeting all morning long here at AM 560, The Answer. Sean, how could they follow you on Twitter? Turn the button.
Sean from EP. And Sean is spelled the correct way. It's not S-E-A-N like Hannity. S-H-A-U-N. Sean
Common spelling.
From EP.
Sean from EP. And I'm Amy Jacobson. Jacobson, J-A-C-O-B-S-O-N.
Ooh. I thought there was an E there. All
There's
right.
no E. Everybody thinks that there's an E. There's no E. And actually, I had two little, my neighbor friends, they're in second grade. They crack me up. They are so precocious, and they always make me laugh. But they came over on Saturday and said, we're raising money for the homeless. Do you want a joke or do you want a carol? And I'm like, give me a little bit of both. So they raised money. They went door to door and raised $72
really
in a few hours and gave it to the church across the street because we have a food pantry on Fridays.
I don't like when kids shake down people. They make you feel guilty with their little hands.
Cute.
Give me some money. Get out of the
But
house.
yesterday they were so
I'd be
bored.
left alone in my own
and they
house.
came over and they said, we are wondering, because I'm the only person on my side of the street who's Christian, and everybody's Jewish around me, so there's no Christmas lights up. So they came to the door. Miss Amy? I'm like, yeah. Looking up at me because, I'm really tall. Why do you have Christmas lights on? Because you have a Jewish last name.
That's great. Well, I like when
And
people
I said,
think
the
that
name Jacobson is also Swedish. Yeah. It's Jacob's son, Hans' son, Eric's son. That's how they got last names in Sweden back in the old days. So I told them that, and they went, oh, okay. And then they walked away.
I like when people think that you're related to Walter Jacobson, who is such an annoying, arrogant little fraud.
I
saw
He's
him in
not
O'Hare.
that bad.
He's an arrogant little guy.
Well, everybody attacks him. He's got to protect himself.
Oh, yeah, because that's what I want to do is attack Walter Jacobson. I want to throw him like a yard dart. He's got that. Oh, some guy went up to him. He goes, "Oh, you're Walter Jacobson." He looked at him like he gave him a dirty look, like, "Yeah." And the kid had a kid with him. That was probably going to say, that annoys the hell out of me. That's when you start banging people's heads off walls.
Well, you're talking about your love for Italians.
Italian
you
women.
married an Italian. Well, this is an Italian woman. Her name is Grace, and she is a big fan of the show.
Oh.
And I sent her a Christmas card because she's been asking for years to have a picture of me and my boys. And I finally sent her one, and she called and thanked me.
Hi, Amy. This is Grace Lubrici, your mother from Italy. And I want to thank you so much for the card that you sent to me with your children, which we love it. We are so proud of you. And, Amy, I want to tell us, after the holiday, we want you to come here for the dinner.
Well, you better go.
Okay, and tiramisu.
And tiramisu.
All right, Amy, let me know. We love you. Bye.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet? And they're from Franklin Park.
Well, my mother was all Italian. So that's
Does she sound like?
No, my mother didn't speak broken English, but she had that kind of. They're just wonderful people, and you better go because the food will be incredible.
Okay.
The food will be incredible. That's the one thing. And my grandmother passed away, 96 years old. She used to make everything from hand. In fact, I got a quick little story. I know we got stuff to go to.
No,
so my kids
take
are
your
there.
time.
They're babies.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
They're babies now.
Yeah.
Okay, not babies, but like 8 and 6. And my daughter says, I would really like some pasta. And my grandmother goes, now she's in her 90s now. She goes, we don't have any. My daughter goes, she goes, that's okay. Let's make some. She made it from nothing. Okay.
She made pasta from scratch?
From nothing. And my daughters, to this day, now they're 16 and 14. They're like, you remember that time when Nana made the pasta out of nothing? My daughter, it just blew them away. But she was a Depression era baby, and she raised me. My mother and I lived with my grandparents. And she threw nothing away. Nothing. Everything became a food product. And the best food you ever had in your life. So I highly recommend you go to that woman's house. Or if not, give me the address. I'll swing by. I'll blend right in.
Really? Yeah. So you grew up in your grandparents' house in
Melrose Park, on top of an auto parts store, which is why I smoke cigars.
Why is that?
My Uncle Johnny and my grandpa, not so much my grandfather. My Uncle Johnny used to smoke cigars all the time. And back then they used to rebuild alternators and starters. I mean, he was a self-made in the 40s. He started in the really 30s as a mechanic. And we used to have to grind armatures. So you could take an armature, which is the key component of a starter, and it was made of copper. And you held the sandpaper, and the armature would spin. So that was clearly work for children. So he put me on there.
Without goggles
I mean,
or
he'd be
protective
arrested.
wear.
Now, I was, you're a kid. I'm 9. All I wanted was that little shirt with my name on it.
Oh,
And I would
yeah.
hold it, and at the end of the day, my Uncle Johnny or a relative, I used to have this Uncle Ozzie, too, who was a character. They'd walk by and he'd give me a cigar. So that's why I love cigars, and I always have.
And then I did tweet out a few months ago, maybe, you had the longest cigar I've ever seen in my life. And I wrote,
the
he's
first time I heard
overcompensating.
that.
He's overcompensating for something else. That's what I tweeted. So where do you even get, and what is that called? I mean, seriously, it's 2 feet long.
Cigars are fantastic, and the reason that I love them is it's an experience. First of all, it's not a cigarette. Cigarettes are full of chemicals and paper, and they make you sick. Cigars are really tobacco leaf, and you don't inhale it. You just enjoy it. And each leaf that is indigenous to different countries has different flavors. So that's why I love it.
So where's your
that
favorite cigar? Oh,
I'll
wait,
tell you,
sorry.
I've got-
The 2-footer. Where is it from?
Oh, that's a punch. It's called a Prince Consort. They don't make it anymore. And I have it. It's got to be 10 years old because the beauty of cigars is the longer you age them and kept properly, the better they get. It's like wine. So right now, no real cigar aficionado has one favorite. You have a group of them, and right now there's a massive amount of great cigars out there. Of which, if I agree with you politically, you can buy from my store. If not, go somewhere
So
else.
is it a
'Cause I
store
will
or is it a
throw you
club?
out. No, it's a store.
It's a store. And where is it located?
Elmhurst Cigar House, downtown Elmhurst, Illinois. Beautiful little downtown. I love it. And it's not in Cook County because I'm forced to live there, but I will never open a business in Cook
So
County.
you're in DuPage County.
In DuPage County. And if I like you, you can come in. If not, stay out or you'll get thrown out.
You've made the switch, and it feels so good. You switched to Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, Joshi, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
All right, hit it, Sean. Let's go, baby.
Oh,
Come
with
on.
the music. Now, guys, why does it say guys? Guys, listen up. Because I've got some big news that'll blow you away. Your wife or your girlfriend, or if you work for the FBI, both, will be easy to shop for this Christmas. That's right, you heard me. Pajamagram is taking your holiday worries away. With the world's softest flannel pajamas. Dude, flannel pajamas are only sexy when you get them from a pajama.
All right. You know why?
The
Because
last-
they're softer than a buzzier, cozier than cashmere, and sexier than silk.
That's why you should have this. The last minute runs to the mall, those days are all over. This year, get what you know she wants. Huggable, snuggable, flannel sleepwear.
Call 1-800-GIVE-PJs or go to pajamagram.com and tell them Dan and Amy sent you. Oh, yeah.
If you're aged 59 and a half or older with the 401k plan and still working, stop what you're doing and call Arlington Capital Management at 855-471-5796. They'll help you actively manage your 401k, show you strategies to avoid major declines, and capitalize on opportunities. There are benefits with age, and this is one of them. At 59 and a half, you're entitled to new opportunities in the investment world that can dramatically improve your results and even lower your fees. Call 855-471-5796 now and take the first step toward getting more out of your retirement assets. The team at Arlington Capital Management proactively explores the market, our economy, and all of the variables that offset your investments. Call 855-471-5796 now for a complimentary consultation. That's 855-471-5796 or visit arlington-capital.com. You worked hard to accumulate your nest egg. Now, it's time to put your money to work for you.
AM 560. The Answer.
Okay, quickly. Let's get Steve on 294, not Steve from 88. Steve, you're on AM 560's Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hey, Amy and Sean, how you doing?
Good. Hurry it up.
And
begin. Just we all know how the government invents or bans words to further their cause, and I think Trump forgot one off the list.
Hit it. What is it?
Dreamers.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
I'm a dreamer. I used to be anyway.
We dream that people will help get us over to reach our goal of feeding 3,000 children, providing food for a year and water for life. If you're a business owner, call Michael Mann, become a business benefactor, $2,500 tax deductible. We'll give you 40 60-second commercials as a way of saying thank you. That number is 847-871-1527. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Vladimir calls Donald?
Again,
Line
yes.
one, Vlad.
But first, let's go into the newsroom and say good morning once again to the one and only Mike Scott.
Amy and Sean, Illinois Flyers are impacted by the Atlanta power outage at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Fox with the latest on that developing story as well. A teen shot and killed while delivering newspapers on the city's south side. A Villa Park man dies following an ATV crash in New Mexico. Blackhawks winners over the Wild. Bulls host the Sixers tonight. And WINT Chicago News Time is 7 o'clock.
They hope to finally get where they're going today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. There are long lines in Atlanta this morning where the power finally came back on around midnight at the world's busiest airport.
I literally spent a whole 7 hours on an airplane without food or water.
Thousands of other flights were canceled or delayed as the half-day outage rippled across the country, affecting other airports, too.
The airport is rapidly returning to normal, but again, passengers can expect long lines. Georgia Power says it was an electrical fire in an underground station. It didn't injure anyone. Firefighters got the flames under control, but not before they spread to other substations, affecting redundant backup systems.
Fox's Jonathan Seri in Atlanta. He's exhausted, but okay. Senator John McCain's returned home to Arizona. The Republican left Walter Reed Military Medical Center, where he was treated for a viral infection, a complication from his brain cancer treatment. So McCain will miss the tax reform vote. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, Republicans believe they have the votes they need to pass the bill even without Senator McCain. Vice President Mike Pence has delayed a trip to the Middle East so he can cast a tie-breaking vote if needed in the Senate. House Ways and Means Committee Chair Kevin Brady is sounding optimistic.
On April 15th, that will be the last time Americans have to file under this horrible, broken tax code.
The House expected to take up tax cuts tomorrow. A vote in the Senate could come by Wednesday. Dave.
Rachel, of course, no Democrats support the bill, calling it a giveaway to the wealthy and big business. President Trump says he will not fire special counsel Robert Mueller in the Russia probe, though attorneys from his transition team are upset Mueller got access to thousands of emails, not from them, but from the General Services Administration.
My people were very upset about it. I can't imagine there's anything on him, frankly, because, as we said, there's no collusion.
President Putin called President Trump yesterday to thank the U.S. for a CIA tip that helped thwart a bomb plot in Russia. Fox News, fair and balanced.
42 degrees. We've had some light precipitation, mostly rain, fog this morning. 7:02 on AM 560, The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. You can add Illinois Flyers from Chicago to St. Louis to the list of people dealing with the after effects of the power outage at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Authorities searching for the person who shot and killed a teen, helping his stepdad deliver newspapers on Chicago's southwest side. Brian Jasso was gunned down early yesterday morning inside a vehicle. The shooter was in another vehicle, and authorities are now trying to determine if that shooting was simply a case of mistaken identity. An investigation is underway after a Villa Park man was killed in an ATV crash over the weekend in New Mexico. State police say Scott Jarrett was driving Saturday along a forest road when he lost control and left the roadway. He died later at a hospital in El Paso, Texas. There will not be a valedictorian at Kankakee High School's graduation this spring. School leaders last week decided to drop the current system that recognized only one student with the best GPA and will now use what they call a more college-like system that recognizes a number of students who hit certain benchmarks. Members of the public can own an historic bridge from Chicago's South Side. The Tribune says the Department of Transportation is going to rebuild Jackson Park's Columbia Bridge in 2019. But first, by law, the agency has to offer the old one to the public for reuse. It's also known as the Clarence Darrow Memorial Bridge. The bridge is in rough shape. It's been closed to cars since 2009 and pedestrians since 2015. Patrick Kane, a pair of goals. Blackhawks over the Wild 4-1. They've won 5 straight. The Bulls go for their 6th straight win tonight when they host the 76ers at the United Center. The news, a service of Just Tires. Just Tires is offering up to $275 in savings on a set of tires and tire installation through December 31st. You heard right, $275. Stop in, call, or go to justtires.com to schedule an appointment today. 7:04, a check of traffic and weather on the way next.
on AM 560.
Sean Hannity does the math on Russia.
Now, they might point to, well, Paul Manafort was indicted. What about that, Hannity? And I'm like, nothing to do with Trump-Russia collusion. Nothing. Zip. Well, what about Lieutenant General Flynn? No, that was lying to the FBI. That was not Trump-Russia collusion. Well, wait, it's coming, though. It's definitely there. No, that's not going to happen either.
The Sean Hannity Show. Afternoons at 2, right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing much more than just a rate. Let me ask you, does calling the company with the best client service in America, with 11 J.D. Power Awards to prove it, matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative, client-focused technology, matter? Does calling the company with 17,000-plus team members who are helping to rebuild the great cities of Detroit and Cleveland matter? Of course it matters. No wonder our clients have made Quicken Loans America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
7:06. Let's check the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Mike. On the inbound Eisenhower, we got a big jam from Manheim to Cicero. IDOT quickly cleared a crash out of the two left lanes. But it's an hour and 9 minutes from 390 to downtown, 56 minutes from Manheim to Cicero. Outbound 45 minutes to 390. Edens, Lake Hook to Junction, 26 minutes, outbound 22. Kennedy, 46 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 33. The Stevenson from 355 to Lakeshore Drive, it's 53 minutes, 43 from the Tri-State. Outbound 40 minutes to 355. Ryan, 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. Northbound Tri-State delays, 95th to 87th. Plainfield Road to 47th. From the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Veterans Memorial a bit tight. Maple to the Reagan Tollway. The other tollways are okay. And traffic is a service of Let Us Entertain You. Give the gift that fits all appetites. A Let Us Entertain You gift card. Receive a free $25 holiday bonus for every $100 in Lettuce gift cards you buy. Simply visit a Lettuce restaurant or LEYE.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte. AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
Today, patchy fog for the morning, otherwise sun and clouds, high 47. Tonight, partly cloudy with areas of late night fog, low 38. Patchy morning fog with sun and clouds tomorrow, high 50. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
42 at O'Hare. Next news 7:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by the Lou Bridges Show. Get foreclosure defense solutions that may save your home. Saturday mornings at 8 on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Good Monday morning. Amy Jacobson here. And Sean from Elmwood Park is here filling in for Dan Proft.
Did you just do an accent?
I did.
I don't like the accent. Mike
What do you
Scott,
don't like the accent?
I don't have
I'm
an
gonna
accent.
talk like this
I don't talk
for the next
like
2
that.
hours.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Suing somebody.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of lawsuits, we call this our bad boy, men behaving badly segment. Bad boy segment.
Well,
'Cause
it
we
could
got a
also
lot
be-
to get to today.
Listen, if it's one thing you've learned over this week with Lisa Bloom, Gloria Allred's daughter, just proving that the rotten fruit doesn't drop far from the tree, it's that these allegations can be false. Where you're paying people to testify that you've been harassed. Did you read all this about Lisa Bloom?
Yeah.
One lady, $750,000 to say Trump harassed her. It's outrageous.
Allegations at this point.
Oh, come on. She
They're-
admitted it. Lisa Bloom admitted that she made an offer, that she had a donor. Who's the donor? Where's
I
the
know.
money come from?
Who do you think the donor is?
Please. Who do I think it is? I think it's got to be, everybody wants to
Soros.
jump on this. I don't want to jump on the source. There's that other rascal out there, the green energy culprit.
What about
fraud,
Bloomberg?
Tom Steyer.
Oh.
Bloomberg. want to talk about a guy.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
say he could have ponied up the cash.
I
to
like
make
when
people lie about President Trump assaulting them. That is not good for real victims out there. Okay, ladies, especially female attorneys, shame on you.
Please, these are trauma leeches.
But this morning we find out that the owner of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, look.
What's his name?
His name is Jerry.
Because we were looking up the wrong team. We were looking
Jerry
up the
Richardson.
Tennessee Titans. Jerry Richardson is selling the Panthers because he got on a little sticky wicket. He is, that's
Looks like J.B. Pritzker.
Really hot guy. Yeah, no neck.
That's a good look.
81 years old, allegedly made verbal comments about women's appearances, inappropriately touched female employees, and made advances to women that include, are you ready? Asking whether he could shave their legs.
Oh, that's normal.
And for them to give him foot rubs. So, and then also to
See nothing wrong with that.
come up behind women and start rubbing their backs and go lower and lower and lower and then end up on the top thigh. And what's up with the thigh thing? Why are all these guys?
How do you get around front there? There's got to be all kinds of
I don't know,
problems.
but he settled he had 4 settlements and now he's retiring because he has to. Another person, this is going to be shocking. Are you ready?
All right. Shock me.
Gene Simmons of KISS.
Yeah.
Faces a lawsuit over groping and misconduct.
You mean the guy walking around with his tongue out for 40 years? You go figure.
A woman identified only as Jane Doe is suing KISS band member Gene Simmons, alleging that he groped her during a video interview. Yeah. According to the lawsuit, the interview occurred November 1st in Highland, California, at a restaurant. It's part of Simmons' this restaurant he owns, and he apparently was interviewing. He grabbed her hand and forcibly placed it on his knee and held her hand on his knee.
Feel my knee? It's muscular.
Seriously, that precipitates a lawsuit.
Well, here's the thing: if the lawsuit, do we not have statute of limitations?
Well, it was November 1st. It's December.
This November.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. All right.
But I mean, come on.
Get him.
No, it's ridiculous. That's not sexual harassment. Representative, ready? I'm going to assassinate his name. Representative Ruben Cahoon.
See, this is when you need Dan Proft because he's like Data from Star Trek. He just knows everyone's name and everything that happened. That's why I love him.
He still denies the allegations, but the Nevada congressman is stepping down because, it had announced that he was going to be part of a House Ethics Committee investigation. So he's stepping down.
Where complaints go to die. Here, the Ethics Committee, what a scam this is. And then if it's real bad and the women can go through the gauntlet of bureaucracy, who pays them off? We do. I mean, it's ridiculous. Washington is Caligula for nerds. It's Las Vegas for ugly people. And here's the other thing. Why are we still sending them there? In this communication age where you can Skype and do all this, every one of these representatives stay where your home district is. Harry
Reid
living
with their
in the
wives
Ritz
and their family.
Yeah, that cuts down on the hitting on the.
But Harry Reid lived in the Ritz, and Congressman or House Speaker Paul Ryan, he still lives in his congressional office. Do you know that? He does not rent an apartment. He stays there. That's
good.
Where he's.
They all should.
They all should.
They all should stay. Make
Joe
it like
Walsh
a dormitory.
did that too when he lived in D.C. Lived in D.C. He lived in his office.
Don't make it comfortable because what happens with these congressmen and senators? They go there and it's chaos. It's just chaos. Would you rather own a strip joint in Washington D.C. or a Nordstrom's in Berwyn? I'll take the strip joint in Washington D.C.
Senator-elect Doug Jones from Alabama was on with Jake Tapper, and they asked him about President Trump resigning because he has some sexual misconduct allegations of his own, about 19, and I was really surprised to hear Doug Jones's answer.
Do you agree with Senator Booker that President Trump should resign because of these allegations?
You know, Jake, where I am on that right now is that those allegations were made before the election. And so people had an opportunity to judge before that election. I think we need to move on and not get distracted by those issues. Let's get on with the real issues that are facing people of this country right now. And I don't think that the president ought to resign at this point. We'll see how things go. But certainly those allegations are not new. And he was elected with those allegations at front and center.
Wow, he's going against the grain.
Well, he worked
early on.
Well, there's a lot to know about this guy. He worked for Richard Shelby, who was a consistent Reagan vote. He was a Reagan Democrat. I don't agree with I don't agree with this guy much. Really don't. But the question is lame. Why would you impeach? The guy didn't do anything to impeach. So you either get caught up in this political hysteria by Democrats. Let's impeach him because we don't like him.
Right.
Versus impeaching for crime. But these are
they're
same,
trying to find a crime.
These are the same Democrats who want to run a cover for the FBI, who want to run a cover for Uranium One, for the other Fusion GPS. These are the real scandals, and they will be hoisted by their own petard. And that's what these Democrats are. That's what's happening. So they're trying to distract you when the real scandal is McCabe, Mueller, Comey, Rosenstein. These are the guys. And this other guy, how about with the girlfriend? What's his name?
Peter Strzok.
Strzok. Yeah. Peter Strzok with the girlfriend, 10,000 text message. By the way, did you see the girlfriend? Another Democrat that can eat an apple through a fence. And she's cheating on his wife, 10,000 texts. And all of a sudden, this guy's, and he's in charge of the Russia investigation. Come on. Political hacks.
Yes. Let's join 312-642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. Verlin, our friend Verlin, joins us from the South Side. Good morning, Verlin.
What's up, Amy? I love you, Amy.
I love you too.
Sean, he's family. He knows I love him. I ain't even got to tell him that.
That's right.
But I got to ask Sean a question before I make my statement.
Yes.
Sean, Saturday before Christmas Eve, will you be open so I can get some of them good cigars and hang out with?
It's called the Eve of Christmas Eve. Will you be open Saturday?
You come on by. For you, I'm open.
Okay, Saturday. Okay, Sean, I'll see you Saturday. But, okay, this is what I want to say on this allegation issue. Let me tell you something. I work in a field that's 90% women. If I wear my scrubs a little too tight, I'm getting sexually harassed. They talk like drunken sailors at work. The average woman knows this is a bunch of crap. You know, they even admitting that this ultimately is a new card, the power card for women and for the Democrat Party. If you do anything they don't like, somebody's going to come out of the woodwork, just like Sean was alluding to, some of those dirty apples, those dirty players of the game, Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom, they're going to put somebody up against you to say, you did something to me, and guess what? You're done. They don't care if you go to jail or not. They just want to take your power. It's the power card, man.
Well, the power and the money. Yeah, thanks, Verlin, for calling it. It's true. I mean, this woman who's accusing Gene Simmons, wait, really? He put his hand over her hand and put it on top of his knee.
It's one
on the knee. This is it. That's not sexual harassment.
Yeah. If it is,
It's
Keith
not.
Conrad be locked up. He's been rubbing my knee since the day started.
I mean, ladies, again, have personal responsibility. If someone's in your space or in your business, you take charge of yourself and you say, no, I don't like that. Or just, here's an idea, move your hand.
And
it's real simple.
The ramification of this kind of nonsense is it weakens the case of the true victims.
Right.
There are true victims.
There are.
I mean, and
oh, you know one true. Do you know who Terry Crews is? He's an actor, a former NFL player. He was assaulted by a male from this agency WME, and it's a corporation that's worth $8 billion. He came out and said this guy. He
why
named
not
him
beat
Adam
the hell
Bennett.
out of him?
Well, he did no, because they were in a public spot. He grabbed his, you know what?
Listen, I'm from Melrose Park. We fight in public spots.
And he said since then, now his family's being tracked and bugged. He had this whole Twitter storm talking about how somebody broke in and hacked into his computer. My son and I built together. I have to shut it down and replace the hard drive. I mean, LAPD task force detectives let me know that these people don't play fair. There are a lot of secrets to protect, and they will do anything to keep them.
I can relate. It's the curse of being a sexy son of a gun. Happens to me all the time.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. So it's a guy on guy there, but mostly 95. Well, that's a guy on guy.
All right,
mean,
now
he
you
was
got to cue a Roy
sexually
Moore.
assaulted.
Now you got to cue a Roy Moore clip.
Roy Moore hasn't conceded yet.
I
He's
love
still
him.
waiting for the provisional
He's got
ballots and the
crazy
military
by the tail,
ballots.
and he will not let go.
Connect with Dan and Amy using the AM560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code CHICAGO.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Amanda Zanger, owner of Black Industrial and Safety Supply in Hammond, Indiana, and a business customer of Signature Bank. Prior to owning my own business, I worked for a major financial institution. So when it came time to finance the acquisition of Black, I approached a big bank, only to receive a solid no. That's when Signature Bank stepped in. With Signature Bank, the process was different. Signature provided creative financing options that enabled me to purchase Black and continue to grow the business. Thanks to Signature Bank, Black Industrial is able to continue serving Fortune 500 industry fabricators and contractors with tools and safety supplies as we have since 1893.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
AM 560, The Answer.
You know what? Oh, yeah, Gene. Ow. Guess who wants to buy the Carolina Panthers?
Well, I already know, but go ahead.
Sean Diddy Combs.
I like it. Men in costumes chasing balls. I don't know why anybody watches any of it. Honest to God.
And I have to tell you, I've been Gene Simmons in a Kiss cover band.
Oh,
I
you
know.
make out with
I'm
him?
not kidding.
Did you really?
No, I didn't make out with him. I met him when they did their Detroit Rock City tour, and I was a reporter there at JBK. I got to meet him, but I have a very, very long tongue.
I don't want it. Easy now. Get my lawyer
It's
on the line. This
really
is gonna
gross.
end badly.
Okay, well, we'll go over that
Yeah,
later.
later.
Talk tongue sizes
In the
later. In the meantime, Atlanta Airport, they had a huge black power outage last night, or during the day. 1,200 flights canceled. It's just a mess there today. Hundreds of people are sleeping all over the airport, and it's affecting travel times here on one of the busiest travel weeks. Everyone's trying to get out of town.
Uber yourself to your destination.
Uber yourself. And with that, we welcome once again to AM 560, Eben Brown, who works for Fox News Radio. Good morning, Eben. How are you?
Good morning.
So what's going on at the airport, and will those people get out of there?
Well, they're beginning to get out of there. There were more than 1,100 flights canceled yesterday, and even early this morning, I think about 375 flights canceled. And it's just obviously a catastrophe. It wasn't just that power was out. It was that there was no way to get power back on through the backup systems because of a fire in a substation that really controlled not just the power going to the airport, but also the backup systems. And the end result was that not just were airport operations affected, but so were just the general services in the terminals. So the power was out of the terminals. That meant the air conditioning was out. It meant the restaurants couldn't function. It meant the convenience stores couldn't function. It meant the bathrooms were inoperable. And this went on for well over 12 hours, I think, and you can just imagine how uncomfortable it was and how maddening it can be, because as people, as time goes on, people's cell phones' batteries die, the local Wi-Fi is not working, and they can't get any information, and the airport staff and airline staff they're impeded as well because they have no power for their devices to get communication and find out information. And this is not some small little rinky-dink airport in the middle of nowhere. This is Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson. This is the airport in the southeast U.S. There's an old joke saying that if you die in the southeast U.S. and you go to heaven, you have a 90-minute holdover in Atlanta. And there's a reason for that. Everyone just flies through Atlanta at some point. And I guess it would be comparable to O'Hare in that regard, for some perspective for you. But
yeah, well, we used to be the busiest airport in the world, and you stole that from us.
Then the Democrats ruined that.
Stole that title, I think. Yeah, exactly. So it just really a catastrophe. But we can also say that a lot of people were just trying to grin and bear it and make the best they could out of it. I think everyone.
Well, I saw
realized
people sleeping in wheelchairs.
fault, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw people
Well,
sleeping in
anywhere they could.
wheelchairs. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. They're in front of Southwest Gate, and one was interviewed, a passenger, and said, I'm going to make sure that I am first in line when the ticket counter opens.
Now,
And I'm
Eben,
like, okay.
You want to get out of there, yeah.
Eben, I travel a lot, and two of my biggest fears is that my phone goes dead and I'm forced to talk to whoever is sitting next to me because I don't like strangers.
That's a horrible
Okay?
thing, yeah.
So that's outrageous. Number two, if I'm on the tarmac and everything
Oh.
goes dead, I'm stuck in that little tube with a bunch of strangers. what happens to those people? Because isn't there a 3-hour rule? So then what do? You just let everybody out on the run?
After 3 hours, they have to let them off. But they're, the other way around isn't necessarily better, because once you get them off the plane, you're going to put them into a terminal that has no power and no services. On the plane, they at least have their own power.
That's true. It'll just look like a nightmare. And
what really do you want to do at that point?
Well, I was always under the impression that they had some big, huge backup generator for the air traffic control for the airport. Does anybody have that? Because people thought it was a terrorist attack.
They do. The problem was that the fire at the substation was also the location of the switching mechanism that puts the backup power on. So they couldn't get the backup power on. You'll imagine that the next planning meeting, they'll try to rework how this is set up. But for this instance, there was really not much they can do other than to try to repair the systems and get that power back on. And it has slowly come back to work. And that means people have to start up their systems and recalibrate whatever and try to get the air traffic and ground operations moving again, which they are doing. But it is not something that you can, the light comes back on and everyone's back to business. It's a slow procedure. And they have to work on getting these stranded passengers on their way.
This whole conversation is making me claustrophobic. All I keep thinking about is that foreign doctor who kept saying, I want to go home, running up and down the aisle. I sympathize with that. I'd be tearing my own shirt off in that thing. Are you nuts? It's crazy.
So when do you think things will get back to normal? Because more people are going to be trying to fly out. They have scheduled flights, so most of the seats are filled.
Sure. Well, here's the thing. With any type of major delay at one big hub airport, it delays most of the rest of the nation, because a flight that was incoming to Atlanta yesterday couldn't leave from its point of origin because it couldn't land in Atlanta. So it'll probably take another 48 hours for this backup to clear and for people to actually get where they're going. I would be not surprised if, 48 hours later, there's still a couple of stragglers waiting to figure out how they're going to get where they're going.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Eben Brown, for joining us. We appreciate it. Eben Brown from Fox News Radio, and he joined us on our Turnkey.Pro Answer Live.
I have to go home. I have to go home. I have to go home. I have to go home.
Hear about the big stories of the day, then talk about them right here on Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
We're in the holiday season, and everybody's scrambling around to find the right Christmas gift. I have a magical place for the magical gift for somebody on your list. I want you to give a gift for my friends at Roland's Jewelers. I'm a customer. In fact, recently got a watch from Roland's Jeweler that I absolutely love. You know, jewelry is all about trust. Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville is a place you can trust. Who else would offer AM 560 listeners up to $500 in savings on designer brands like Mickey Moto, John Hardy, Roberto Coin? You'll save on luxury watches you love, like Tag Heuer or Michelle and Shinola. Shinola is the kind of watch that I got. As an AM 560 listener, you're going to save up to $500. Roland's Jewelers, downtown Libertyville. You got to make a stop or go online. RolandsJewelers.com, ROLLANDS, RolandsJewelers.com. This holiday season, trust Roland's to make all your gift-giving magical. Roland's Jewelers, a family-owned jeweler you can trust.
Hey guys, listen up, because I have some big news that will blow you away. Your wife or girlfriend or both,
if you're in the FBI,
will be easy to shop for. Yeah, if you're Peter Strux. They'll be easy to shop for this Christmas. That's right, you heard me. Pajamagram is taking your holiday worries away with the world's softest flannel pajamas. They're exclusively only at pajamagram.com. If she wants to be softer than a bunny, cozier than cashmere, and sexier than silk, then get her in these bad boys, the world's softest flannel pajamas. Forget about the malls, because you can just go to pajamagram.com to order your most confident Christmas gift ever.
Type in word flannel pasties.
No, flannel pajamas. Oh. The world's softest flannel pajamas. Plus, you don't even have to wrap, because every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging and Christmas Day delivery guaranteed. So go to pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs and tell them Dan and Amy sent you.
AM 560, The Answer.
Are you done Christmas shopping for everybody? Christmas is a week from today. Hello.
I learned 18 years ago when I got married, just give cash. I kept buying the wrong stuff.
Oh, so do you put cash in a box and then wrap it?
Yeah, just pretty much give me the bill.
Or you know what you could do? Make a donation to Food for the Poor on behalf of
I already did.
a loved one, to a child.
Under the name of Bruce Wolf. He's donated. He's quite generous, Bruce Wolf.
How much has Bruce Wolf donated?
I'll let you know when the show's over.
But if you want to help out, give to those less fortunate, those in Puerto Rico, in Haiti, Caribbean islands, also affected by hurricanes, please go visit 560theanswer.com/food. You can also see a video that I made when I spent some time there in July. I was in Haiti and got to see.
Stood out a little bit there, huh? 6'1" blonde.
Yeah, we had protection.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, we had to use protection too. And trust me. And I tipped my bodyguard mightily because you have things that they want. They want food. They want clean water. We had soccer balls in our van, and that was just word spread that we had a soccer ball.
This whole
That is
conversation
gold.
wants me to get a lawyer. Not saying anything.
Gold.
Mike,
I mean, it
not
is
saying anything.
gold. So if you want to help out, 560theanswer.com/food. If you're a business owner and want to become a business benefactor, like Sean has a few times, it's a one-time donation of $2,500. All the money goes to Food for the Poor, tax deductible. And then we'll give you 40 60-second commercials. I could voice the commercials for you. Dan could. Sean from Elmwood Park could.
I'll do it. If only
Joe
if you want to
Walsh
sell
could.
stuff, I can do it.
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, buy the product.
No, I do a commercial for Craigies and
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Craigie. Yeah, I have heard that. It's a good one. If you want to be a business benefactor, call Michael Mann right now, 847-871-1527. That's 847-871-1527. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, why one Cook County commissioner wants to send UN peacekeepers to the west and south sides of Chicago.
That's great.
It's awesome. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
42 degrees, some fog this morning. Carolina Panthers owner Jerry Richardson on the hot seat this morning. He says he's going to sell the team, surrounded by controversy. Reporter Stephanie Gosk is in Charlotte.
The move following a Sports Illustrated report that he and the Panthers have made multiple confidential payouts for workplace misconduct, including sexual harassment and use of a racial slur.
The 81-year-old stated he will go through the sales process after the season is complete. He is 81. Richardson bought the team, actually started the team in 1993. Power restored at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport after a fire knocked out power on Sunday, causing hundreds of flights to be canceled and thousands around the country delayed. Arizona Senator John McCain will miss a big vote on the Republican tax plan this week. 81-year-old returning to Arizona after spending several days in a Maryland hospital dealing with a viral infection, also recovering from treatment for brain cancer. The raging Thomas Fire is now 45% contained, nearly 270,000 acres of land and more than 1,000 structures devoured. Homes in Santa Barbara and Montecito are still potentially in the path of those flames. Fresh off a hard-fought win, Alabama Senator-elect Doug Jones says it's time for his former opponent Roy Moore to officially concede.
It was a close election. There's no question about that. But, elections can be close sometime. But now it's time to heal. Now it's time to move on and go to the next thing.
Jones says it's time to move on. Alabama has spoken and that he will not be voting in lockstep with Democrats. Authorities are searching for the person who shot and killed a teen, helping deliver newspapers on the southwest side of Chicago with his stepdad. 15-year-old Brian Jasso was gunned down yesterday morning while riding inside a vehicle in the 5100 block of West 47th. Chicago sports found Patrick Kane hitting the back of the net twice. Blackhawks cruise past the Wild 4-1. Blackhawks have won 5 straight. Bulls go for their 6th straight win tonight when they host Joel Embiid and the 76ers at the UC this evening. The news, a service of Jess Tires. Jess Tires is offering up to a $275 back in savings on a set of tires and tire installation through December 31st. You heard right, $275 off. Stop in, call, or go to JessTires.com to schedule an appointment today. 7:33, a check of traffic and weather on the way next. on AM 560.
Hey, Mark, thanks for hanging on, man.
I think the reason you like the travel ban and the wall is the same reason, because you're a racist.
The Joe Walsh Show.
I think the travel ban is nonsense.
You think it's nonsense, but does the president have the authority to keep certain people out of here?
He's an idiot.
Hey, Walsh, you're a racist and Trump's an idiot. Boy, that's a constructive dialogue.
The Joe Walsh Show. Weeknights starting at 5. Right after Sean Hannity at 2 on AM 560. The Answer.
That might have been the worst caller we've ever had.
Searching for the perfect stocking stuffer? Let Exergen help. The temporal scanner thermometer is compact, accurate, and will come in handy with the holiday colds. Available at a retailer near you.
People make your business work. But how do you find the right talent? ZipRecruiter. One click posts your job to over 100 top job boards. Then, smart matching technology instantly alerts quality candidates about your job. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
To try ZipRecruiter for free, just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
Hey there.
What's up, bruh? Hello. Aloha.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Hola. Hi.
It takes a lot of voices to create the sound of us. The Y welcomes all of them with open arms. From career readiness to safe spaces, the Y is there, no matter who we are. Now, more than ever, they need your support. Donate to your local Y today. The Y, for a better us.
Read by members of the Y.
7:35 and a check of the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Mike. Kennedy inbound. It's slow. From Harlem to Randolph. Now it's 42 minutes. O'Hare to downtown. 25 from Montrose. 26 on the Express. Outbound 12 minutes to Montrose. 32 to the airport. Eden's 20 minutes. Lake Cook Junction. Outbound 25. The Eisenhower. 56 minutes. 390 to downtown. It's 42 from Manheim. Outbound 43 minutes to 390. Stevenson, 54 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 37. The Ryan, 26 minutes, 95th to downtown. Bishop Ford, Jam, Dalton to 130th, crash to the two left lanes, 36 minutes, 80-94 to the Ryan. Northbound Tri-State slow, 95th to 87th. Plainfield Road to 47th, from Reagan slow to North Avenue. Veterans Oil, Boughton, most of the way to St. Charles. Army Trail to 290. The other tollways look good. Traffic. Service of Let Us Entertain You. Give the gift that fits all appetites. A Let Us Entertain You gift card. Receive a free $25 holiday bonus for every $100 in lettuce gift cards you buy. Simply visit a lettuce restaurant or LEYE.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte, AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Patchy morning fog. And then we introduced the sunshine a little later this morning. Clouds will part with a high of 47. That late night fog creeps back in overnight. Low 38. Currently 42. Next news coming up at 8. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next with Sean from Elmwood Park sitting in with Amy this morning on AM 560 The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Secure Retirement Radio with host Raj Shah. Sunday mornings at 7 on AM 560, The Answer.
Hey, Joe Walsh here. The tax bill is going to be voted on tomorrow. We'll talk about it today when Freedom returns at 5.
But the thing is, Senator John McCain is not going to be there. We know for sure that he's going to be spending the Christmas
And Thad
in
Cochran
Arizona.
won't know if he's there.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Thad Cochran won't know if
So when I'm done talking, then you can talk. Oh!
Between you and the guests.
Oh,
Word in
this guy.
edgewise.
Well, I mean, when I lived in Arizona, I've met John McCain several times. He was my senator. And I know a lot of you don't like him because he's a moderate and he's reasonable and he's not,
Easy.
pledging his allegiance to the conservative movement. I get that. But he is a war hero. He did spend 7 years as a prisoner of war.
Yes, he did.
And his daughter, who's now on The View, Meghan McCain.
Qualified because of?
She's Meghan McCain. She's an author.
There you go. Good enough for me.
Hey, she's smarter than a lot of the other women. At least
Sure.
there's a Republican voice on The View. I mean,
She's
honestly.
not a Republican. Come
Yes,
on.
she
She's
is.
a Fabian socialist like her old man.
Wait. He said Fabian socialist. It only took more than 2.5
That's what they
hours
are.
for him to bring that up.
Only they can make
So
the
explain what a
decisions.
Fabian socialist is for
Fabian
those of us who
socialist.
are-
I don't have
Sure,
really.
or I don't know your hashtag.
All right. A Fabian socialist is somebody who wants to use laws as weapons. Laws to control, to restrict, to mitigate your freedoms and your property and your rights. We now call them Republicans. Years ago, they used to be called Fabian Socialists. But we've bought into this system where you can have the hardcore Soviet Democrat or you can have the light John McCain Republican who just wants to use law even though he's a victim of them. So that's what a Fabian Socialist is.
Okay, well, here is Meghan McCain.
This is the hard part. Bear with me, okay? I couldn't get through your book. I tried. Your son, Beau, had the same cancer that my father was diagnosed with 6 months ago. And I'm sorry.
But there's a lot of hope, babe.
I think about Beau almost every day. And I was told, sorry, that this doesn't get easier, but that you cultivate the tools to work with this and live with this. I know you and your family have been through tragedy that I couldn't conceive of.
Well, look,
what would you tell people? It's not about me. It's about everyone with cancer.
It is about everyone. But look, one of the things that gave Beau courage, my word, was John. Your dad, you may remember when you were a little kid, your dad took care of my Beau. Your dad, when he was a mill aide, worked with me, became friends with Beau. And Beau talked about your dad's courage, not about illness, but about his courage. So there is hope. And if anybody can make it, your dad, her dad is one of my best friends.
So that Joe Biden was on The View, and Meghan McCain broke down because they're staring a real tough challenge right now.
Well, it's a sad thing.
Because he's going to be transitioning soon.
Right. And if a politician can't use his tragedy for political gain, what good is he? It's
well, Joe Biden, former vice president, obviously, who might run for president in 2020, he was given the task to find a cure for cancer. Do you remember when President Obama brought him up there? Well, let's ask it. How's it going? How's it going, Beau? Or I'm not sorry, Mr. Biden. Oh, I didn't mean that. I'm very respectful. I didn't mean to say that.
Her dad goes after me, hammer and tong. We're like two brothers who were somehow raised by different fathers or something because of our points of view. But I know, and I mean this sincerely, and I've said it all, even when your dad got mad at me and said I should get the hell off the ticket. And remember what I said about your dad? I said, I know, and I mean this sincerely, I know if I picked up the phone tonight and called John McCain and said, John, I'm at 2nd and Vine in Oshkosh, and I need your help, come. He'd get on a plane and come. And I would for him, too.
Second and Vine.
Second and Vine. It's next to Madison and Cicero. What are you doing hanging around with prostitutes? It's insanity. The whole thing.
That just shows that there's everybody's friends with everybody. Everyone's buddy. You rub my back, I'll rub yours in Washington, D.C.
It's using tragedy to distract from issues, right? Because the other thing is, the good news is his other son won't marry John McCain's mom. What's the difference?
312-642-5600 is our Turnkey.Pro answer line. Let's go to Mark, who joins us from Des Plaines. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Amy. I take issue with this reference to John McCain as a war hero all the time. You're only as good as your last flight. And with Republicans like John McCain, who needs Democrats? I mean, this guy is always doing the wrong thing, and he's like
the two are mutually exclusive. Mark, the two are mutually exclusive. Okay, so if we're going to beat up John McCain, John McCain is a war hero. He absolutely is.
I know that, but you know what? But that was a long time ago. Okay,
it was around the same time that Trump got deferments. It was about the same time Trump got deferment.
5 of them.
Yeah. So I mean,
so did I. You know what? I just am sick of hearing John McCain as if he's some great guy. Because man, the way he votes is just terrible.
All right, thanks, Mark.
That's it.
I think the problem with our society is we have to make them both part of the same thing. They're two different things. You can be a great person and have a terrible voting record. Mm-hmm. The problem is we, as citizens, for some reason, we can't separate that. And we have to have this tribalization. All Democrats are bad, all Republicans are good. I don't subscribe to that at all. They're just wrong. In the same way Republicans are wrong about 90% of the bills that they're putting forward now. Wrong. Right? They're not bad people, just wrong. Trump isn't a bad guy. I'll bet you he's a hell of a guy. He's simply wrong, as he's going to argue about tariffs and so-called fair trade. Just like Stephen Moore, who's a great guy, is dead wrong about this tax bill. So we need to start separating the things. Otherwise, we're going to just continue down this path.
One thing Meghan McCain says is that President Trump has not called her father yet to apologize for saying that, real war heroes don't get caught. He has never apologized for that.
She's got nothing to talk about.
No, but now's
Meghan.
the time that maybe President Trump should man up and make that phone call. I think he's on the driveway home, if you know what I mean. Let's go to another Mark who joins us from Valpo. Good morning, Mark.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if they had to handcuff Biden on The View and stop him from sniffing everybody's hair.
He's a sniffer. Listen, that
Well,
was
he's a
big in the 60s.
touchy-feely. He's very gregarious. He wants to touch all the time.
He's a creep.
Thanks, Mark. Pardon?
He's a creep. He's been a long-time creep. He's a plagiarist. Plagiarized them. He's a failure. Every policy he ever subscribed to, fail. And all of a sudden, he's a statesman. That's the beauty about these politicians. You fail long enough, you become honorable. Joke.
Do you think he'll run in 2020?
Why not, if he can still stand up?
It's news, opinion, insight. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up, speaking of talk shows, we're going to go over to Ellen to see Hill Dog with her cankles on a cast and leather.
It was an experience to watch. It really was.
But
She's
first,
doing great.
here's your forecast.
Okay, so today it's going to be 39. There's going to be patches of fog. There's going to be some sunshine, and then it's going to be not good. It's already still dark out, for God's sakes, which will explain to Jim Telemonte why no one can make a right on red. You realize, people, you can make a right on red unless there's a sign.
Right on, Sean. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. Northbound Tri-State. Heavier now with delays from Archer to 47th. Also a bit tight Ogden to 31st, and from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Eastbound Reagan Tollway. Delays Farnsworth to Washington. Veterans Memorial from Boughton most of the way to St. Charles. And Army Trail to 290. Southbound 53 is heavy ran to Kirchhoff. Eden, 20 minutes Lake Hook to Montrose, outbound 25. Kennedy, 45 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 33. The Eisenhower's 56 minutes, 390 to the Circle, outbound 43. Stevenson, 54 minutes, 355 to the Drive, outbound 37. And the Ryan, 26 minutes, 95 to downtown. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
If you still haven't bought all your Christmas gifts, here's what I recommend. Buy some MyPillows and keep one for yourself. The MyPillow buy one, get one free offer is going on now just in time for Christmas. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage by using the promo code Amy. You'll get the absolute best deal available. I personally love MyPillows. I get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give me the support I need regardless if I sleep on my back or stomach. And I never wake up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash them and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you're supporting a company that gives back. So get your buy one, get one free MyPillows as gifts and keep one for yourself by calling 800-489-0201. Use the promo code Amy or visit MyPillow.com. That's 800-489-0201. Promo code Amy.
On AM 560 The Answer, we talk about the important issues that affect your world. Things like the economy, education, and foreign policy. There's always so much going on in the news that we don't always have the time to focus in and talk about the big ideas behind the important issues. Enter Upstream Ideas online at upstream-ideas.com. Upstream Ideas, in partnership with the Illinois Opportunity Project, provides the kind of information that informs the policy discussions happening here on AM 560. At Upstream Ideas, you'll broaden the debate, move beyond partisan assumptions, and challenge accepted beliefs. Upstream Ideas goes against the current and thinks upstream. Go online now at upstream-ideas.com. That's upstream-ideas.com. You'll be armed with new information and fresh perspectives to help encourage you to make the state of Illinois and the United States of America a bit freer, a bit more just, and a bit more civilized. Upstream-ideas.com.
This holiday season, make the smart choice and switch to Sprint and get a new Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, Note 8, or S8 Active with 50% off your lease. That's right, the hottest Samsung devices 50% off. Plus, with Galaxy Forever, you can upgrade to the latest Galaxy anytime after 12 lease payments. And when you switch to Sprint, you get the best price for unlimited. $25 per month per line for a family of 4, plus get a 5th line free. That's 50% off Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. You also get 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot in HD, so you can stream your favorite holiday movies, music, and games. So stop by your local Sprint store, sprint.com/holiday deals, or call 1-800-SPRINT1 to learn more.
Requires 18-month lease and new line savings via monthly credit applied within 2 bills. Early termination results in remaining balance due after 1/31/19. Pay $38 a line per month with autopay. Excludes taxes, surcharges, and roaming. Compared to Verizon Beyond Unlimited rates, AT&T Unlimited Plus plan, and T-Mobile One Plus plan for 5 lines. Carrier features differ. Coverage and offer not everywhere. Subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Speed maximums, use rules, and restrictions apply.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, yeah. It's that time of year again, cold and snowy here in Chicago, but warm and sunny in Riviera Maya, Mexico. That's where we're going to be heading in 2018 with Apple Vacations, and you're invited to come along with us. We'll be staying at the Secrets Maroma Beach Riviera Cancun Resort and Spa in Riviera Maya, Mexico. It has 9 gourmet restaurants, 6 bars serving unlimited premium drinks, 24-hour room service. This beautiful unlimited luxury adults-only resort is situated on Maroma Beach. It's recognized as one of the world's best beaches. I have been there, and I actually saw this resort. I was snorkeling with the turtles.
Why wouldn't you be?
Exactly. Yeah. And I look over at this resort, and I thought, now that would be a really fun place to have one of our getaway trips.
But did you have the mask on when you looked over?
Sure enough. No, it was so overwhelming, I took my mask off.
Oh.
But sure enough, that's where we're heading this year.
Now, does that mean that Bruce Wolf and I will be filling in, or we get the shaft?
You,
Because if I'm not filling in, I'm going on the trip. I'm doing something that week.
But people kind of want you to go on the trip. Well, we'll have to talk. Get more information and book your trip right now by visiting 560theanswer.com/passport. The price that Apple Vacation has secured for this trip is incredible and exclusive to us, but it's only available for a limited time. Last year, my friend Bob got cut out of the trip because he waited too long. You got to book now.
Can't snooze, Bob. You're going to be sitting at home.
560theanswer.com/passport. And that's where you're going to go. And you're going to enjoy a week with us in Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Yeah, because you haven't lived till you saw Dan Proft in a Speedo.
I wonder if he'll wear the red one this year or the blue one. So
American flag.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what he needs.
He hates when we play that. You brought this to my attention. Hill Dog, Hillary Clinton on with Ellen DeGeneres on Friday. Did you have a little viewing party, Sean?
First of all, people kept sending me tweets like, why are you watching The View? So I take my kids home from school. I try to help my wife as much as possible. I go in and it's on.
Oh, Ellen.
Ellen is on, and out comes the Duchess of Chaffington.
So you went to the inauguration. I did. And was that something that you had to do? Well, I felt, yes, an obligation, because I was going not as the opponent, but as a former First Lady. And part of what we try to do, whether you're Democrats or Republicans, is to demonstrate continuity, right? Yeah, you look happy there. Well, I have to say, we did try to get out of it, to be totally honest. I write about it in the book. We called Jimmy Carter. We called both Bushes. They were all going. The elder Bushes ended up in the hospital, so they didn't have to go. But the rest of us went. Lucky them. Yeah, I know. We were all envious. So the rest of us went. But, as you said at the end, when I gave my concession speech, I said, look, we all want this president to succeed. And we all should want every president, regardless of who that president is, to succeed. So I went to the inauguration with that hope, and it was a painful and disappointing experience.
Because she's a liar. She doesn't want this guy to succeed. She's a liar.
No,
she wants him to
It's weird
fail.
that they tried to get out of it. I didn't know that.
She's full of resentment and bitterness and fraud.
Come on, it'd
from
have to be
the
hard
word
to
go.
lose and then to sit there 2 rows behind in a position that you thought that you had.
Of course, when you have to self-reflect and realize that you lost to this guy because you're the most unlikable woman on the planet.
Well, what are her concerns for America?
I'm trying to stay in a really positive frame of mind. I always say when people ask me, how are you? I say, well, as a person, I'm okay, but as an American, I'm really concerned. I'm a little tiny less concerned after Alabama because I think it was a great example of people understanding what was at stake and working hard and actually turning out and voting. Nothing is more important than that. Yeah. So it was positive.
Yeah, because when I think positive, I think of Hillary Clinton. Absolutely snaps right into my mind. She's the picture of positive, isn't she?
And you said she had on a leather jacket.
Leather jacket and a cast on her hoof, limping around. She broke her foot 2 years ago, still on a
No,
cast.
she broke her foot a few months ago. She was out doing a book signing on a book signing tour in London and was walking down the steps and fell.
Instead of age minimums for
Mhm.
politicians, why don't we put age maximums? Because really, it's starting to look like Villa Scalabrini. All of Washington. Can we get rid of these 70-year-old socialists and just get rid of them all?
Okay, and
'Cause
then who
I
do you
got
have
news
left
for
in
you.
the Democratic Party?
It doesn't matter. The nice thing about socialists is they're fungible. They just keep stepping up. And the other thing is, she's going to run. If she's
Oh
not
my
going to
gosh.
run, you're going to see the puggle of people,
Well,
and it will be Chelsea.
Ellen asked her what happened. The title of her book. What happened?
I love the title.
So you were here 3 weeks before the election.
Yes.
You were confident.
I was.
I was confident. A lot of people were confident. It seemed like it was a for sure thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a shock. What happened? What was going through your mind when you saw what was happening?
I didn't know what happened. I was, I knew there were certain factors at work, and after the election, I learned a lot more about the impact that they had. I mean, it was a perfect storm. I mean, there were a lot of currents of resentment and anger about all kinds of things in the country. There was a lot of sexism and misogyny, which now, thankfully, we're kind of pulling out of the dark and talking about. There was voter suppression, people trying to prevent other Americans from being able to vote. There was the FBI's intervention on October 28th after I saw you, which had a devastating effect because, people thought, oh my gosh, I can't vote for somebody who's, once again under FBI investigation, even though there was, again, nothing to it.
So the misogyny, isn't that from her team? Did Weinstein give to Trump or did Weinstein give to Hillary? Where does the misogyny, where does the sexual harassment lie? I'm curious. Because the reality is it's 80% of the time it's with them. The fraud, the lies, the scandal.
Is it
And
with the
what this-
Democratic Party?
And what this woman doesn't understand. and she-
Republicans are handsy,
Listen,
too.
If my Boston Terrier ran, it would be President Mo. That anybody that ran against this woman would have won. And that's what she doesn't want to wrap her head around. Because from the time she wakes up till the time she goes to bed, she wears the deceit like a lipstick. That's what she is.
Have you read What Happened?
What's the point? First of all, she didn't write it. It's like reading one of Trump's books, all written by ghosts.
Listen to podcasts of Dan and Amy from the AM 560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Varicose and spider veins. Wow, what a gift from my mom. She had them, I got them, and not only are they uncomfortable and sometimes painful, but I stopped wearing skirts and shorts because I was embarrassed and I really hated the way my legs looked. When my kids asked me, "What are those things on your legs?" I was done. I finally went to Vein Clinics of America. The procedure took about an hour, and I was right back to work. What they're doing with lasers these days is unbelievable. The staff made me feel so comfortable, and the results, well, even my husband has noticed. Vein Clinics of America has been treating vein disease for over 35 years. They're the largest and most experienced in the U.S. Look, I've been doing the commercials for Vein Clinics for years because I really believe in them, and you can trust them too. The best part, my insurance covered the procedure, so stop hiding your legs. Call Vein Clinics of America right now for your free consultation. Call 800-960-0303. 800-960-0303. That's 800-960-0303.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I do feel better, and my MS, I used to be right-handed, and now all my fine motor skills are gone. I can't write, and I cannot use knives. I can't, cut and cook. So then I got my husband's Balance of Nature books out, and I'm like, oh my God, all the food that I'm supposed to be eating is stuff that's in these pills. So it's easier for me to take a pill because I can't chop up some things, and I can't, I just can't do that for myself. That's why I started doing this too, and I do have more energy that's working and helping me.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, yeah. We're upbeat and positive about reaching our goal this year.
Like Hillary
Clinton. To feed 3,000 children, food for a year, clean water for life. And you can do this. We're almost there. We are almost there.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, well, before you have a suggestion, I have a comment to make. To make a donation this holiday season, go to 560theanswer.com/food. 560theanswer.com/food. Yes, Sean, what can I
Tell
help you
them
with?
how much we're short by, because people are competitive. You say how much money we need, guys will be calling up right now. For instance,
We'll do that tomorrow.
Put me in for another 50, and this time I won't use Bruce Wolf's name.
Seriously, if you donate $50, that would be great because you will feed a child for a year and clean water for life. I was at these villages. I saw the good work that Food for the Poor does. I'm not kidding you. And this organization, they're 4-star on Charity Navigator. You want to help out. 560theanswer.com/food. If you want to be a business benefactor, call Michael Mann, 847-871-1527. Any questions, call him. Do it today because slots are filling up fast. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, the time has arrived where we speak with Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin about possibly sending UN peacekeepers to the west and south sides of Chicago. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Illinois Flyers impacted by the Atlanta outage. A Mundelein teen accused of pointing a replica rifle at drivers. Blackhawks beat the Wild. Bulls host the Sixers tonight. WIND Chicago News Time is 8 o'clock.
Democrats are worried President Trump will fire the special counsel in the Russia probe. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, but the president says he won't. Fox's Rachel Sutherland, live in Washington.
Dave speaking to reporters as he returned from Camp David. The president blasted special counsel Robert Mueller for getting thousands of transition emails from General Services Administration instead of the team.
Quite sad to see that, so my people were very upset about it.
When asked if he's thinking about firing Mueller.
No, I'm not. No.
Sources close to the transition told the AP the emails included discussions about international aims as well as candid assessments of candidates for top government posts. The special counsel's office says it obtained the emails by the book. Dave.
Rachel, later today, President Trump will detail his America First national security strategy.
There's a frank recognition that the president's critique that he gave during the campaign of the past couple decades of American foreign policy, that it tried to do too much.
Michael Anton with the National Security Council. The president expected to reiterate the U.S. will stand up for itself on issues like trade, climate change, and immigration. It's a frustrating morning of long lines at Atlanta's airport, where power was finally restored around midnight after grounding flights there and across the country. This man's trying to get to Charlotte.
Just basically remembering why I made this trip to begin with, vacation. And just keep picturing myself still on vacation.
The power's back on at the world's busiest airport after an 11-hour electrical outage left thousands of passengers stranded. Georgia Power officials believe the outage stems from a fire that caused damage to one of the company's underground electrical facilities, as well as backup facilities servicing Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport.
Fox's Jonathan Seri in Atlanta. Nearly 500 flights to and from there are canceled or delayed today. The winds will be calmer in Southern California the next 2 days, so firefighters hope to gain more control of that giant wildfire scorching Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. Some communities remain evacuated. It's nearly half contained after burning down more than 700 homes. Fox News, fair and balanced.
43 degrees. Skies are cloudy. Winds are south at 9 miles an hour at 8:02 on AM 560. The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. You can add Illinois Flyers from Chicago to St. Louis to the long list of those dealing with the after effects of the sudden power outage at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Many of those flights were bound for Chicago or St. Louis or other airports, impacting Illinois travelers. Chicago police are investigating after a homeless man was beaten to death in the East Ukrainian Village neighborhood. That death has been ruled a homicide. One man is dead after crashing a U-Haul van in Chicago's Bridgeport neighborhood. Police say the victim was speeding early yesterday when the van hit the median of a bridge in the 2400 block of South Halsted. The Illinois Department of Human Services has more questions to answer after the Tribune reported yesterday that there are major problems with the state's new computer system at DHS, and that caused some in the state to miss out on food stamp benefits. Patrick Kane, a pair of goals. Blackhawks beat the Wild 4-1. Bulls go for their sixth straight win tonight when they host the 76ers at the United Center. The news, a service of Chevrolet. This holiday season, Chevy invites you to become part of the family with the Chevy employee discount for everyone. You pay what they pay, not a cent more. Visit ChevroletEmployeeDiscount.com for vehicle eligibility and details. Chevrolet, find new roads. 8:03. It's time for the AM 560 Business Beat. From the Fox Business Network, a service of turnkey.pro, here's Anna Wells.
From the Fox Business Network, it's a week of housing data. The National Association of Home Builders releasing its December Housing Market Index for December today. Housing starts for November will be released by the Commerce Department tomorrow. On Wednesday, the National Association of Realtors releasing existing home sales numbers for last month, and will also be getting new home sales from the Commerce Department late in the week. Marriott International is one step closer to a new $600 million headquarters in suburban Maryland. The Montgomery County Planning Board approving plans over the weekend. The company announced last year that they'd be staying in the county after being offered a $60 million incentive package. Railroad giant CSX Corp losing its CEO, Hunter Harrison, passing away at the age of 73 years old on Saturday. Stocks fell sharply late last week when the company announced he'd be taking a leave of absence due to his health issues. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Anna Wells.
8:04, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Larry Elder still doesn't see any Russian collusion.
Now, riddle me this. I thought this whole thing was about collusion with the Russians in order to tilt the election in his favor. So this thing with Flynn pleading guilty to lying to the FBI has to do with their investigation into conversations he had in late December 2016, a month after Trump won the election already? I'm not seeing anything.
The Larry Elder Show, weeknights at 7, right before Jay Sekulow at 9 on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
It is 8:06 and time to get a check of the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Mike. On the Tri-State Tollway southbound, we're now seeing delays from 190 to Irving Park. Northbound, it's stop and go Archer to 47th, Ogden to 31st, and from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Reagan Tollway delays, Aurora Toll to Eola and 59 to Yackley. Veterans Memorial, Mountain Toll to the Reagan Tollway, Finley to St. Charles, Darby Trail to 290. Eden's inbound, 20 minutes, Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 29. Kennedy, 45 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 33. The Eisenhower from 390 to the Circle, looking at 58 minutes, outbound it's 43. Stevenson, an hour and 2 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 43 minutes. Ryan, 33 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 17 minutes, I-80 to the merge. Bishop Ford, 29 after a crash near 130th. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Patchy morning fog and drizzle, otherwise sun and clouds today, high 47. Partly cloudy with patchy late night fog, tonight low 38. Morning fog in some spots with sun and clouds throughout the day tomorrow, high 50. And a mainly clear night, low 27. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Currently 43. Next News 8:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Turnkey IT, giving you the freedom to focus on your business while they handle the technical stuff. Turnkey IT.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Amy Jacobson here. Sean from Elmwood Park is in for Dan Proft this morning. You got to press the button, buddy.
Who can't hang up on me. Normally, Dan, that's why I try to be fast in my phone calls, because I
When
know
you're
he wants
rapid
to hang
fire.
up on me. Yeah, he's big on the hang-up, Prof.
Yeah, so you're here today, and you're going to be here tomorrow, and then you're filling in for Joe Walsh, right?
Joe Walsh on Wednesday, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Just one day?
Just one day. They
Well,
don't wanna-
what is this one-day stuff?
I don't know.
Huh?
I'm going with the flow.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And cut down on the coffee. You'll be just fine.
I'm not that much today. Let's get to this guy. I'm
well,
dying to talk
making
to Boykin.
big news was Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin. He lives in Austin. That is his area. That's his home. And he said that there is a genocide, a quiet genocide going on. There's hundreds of shootings. I think 80 people have died. So he did something very provocative. He went to New York to meet with the UN Assistant Secretary General for peacekeeping support, wants to have UN peacekeepers on the west and south sides of Chicago. And with that, we welcome Richard Boykin back to the program. Good morning, Mr. Boykin. How are you?
Well, thank you very much, Amy, for having me. If I'd have known Dan wasn't going to be here, maybe I should have came on later.
Oh.
I'm just joking.
He's kidding, Sean.
I'm glad to look. I'm glad to be here. Let me tell you. So, the trip to the UN was a eye-opening, fascinating trip to meet with the Assistant Secretary for Peace Building. Look, what we're looking for is we're not looking for troops to be placed on the ground. We're looking for peace-building initiatives. And when we met with him and his staff, I mean, he was incredibly aware of what's happening in Chicago, knowledgeable of the violence and the gun violence in particular. He shared with me that they're doing a youth study worldwide, a global youth study on violence and its causes and cures and that sort of thing, and said that he'd be delighted to come to Chicago and talk about the findings of that study. But also there's another way in which he can come, and that's if the U.S. missions, Ambassador Haley's office actually invites him to come. So once that study is completed in 2018, I am going to extend an invitation to him formally to actually come and present on that. But we've also talked about programs like Cure Violence, Violence Interrupters, and things like that that have worked globally that might, if funded, fully work here in Chicago. Look, we've had 600-plus people killed this year. More than 80% of those killed are African Americans, oftentimes at the hand of another African American. We've had almost 3,500 people shot. More than 80% of those shot are African Americans. Look, I'm concerned about the children who are being killed. I'm concerned about the senior citizens who are being killed, but I'm concerned about the sheer terror that exists in too many of these predominantly black communities that are overwhelmingly poor. And, of course, poverty has driven a lot of this. And genocide, the definition given by the UN Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of Crimes of Genocide, talks about conditions of life calculated to bring about physical destruction of a race, a group of people. And so I think when you look at the neighborhood disinvestment, you look at school closures combined with complete failure of existing neighborhood schools to provide a quality education for their students, health disparities and double-digit levels of unemployment, all combined with the proliferation of guns and drugs to fan the flames of violence. These are things that cause concern and alarm in me and others. In Austin alone, we've had 450 people shot. This year alone, 80 people killed. And so very concerned about it. There have been pockets of progress in the city, but not nearly enough across the board.
I'm more concerned. I don't live far from there, to be quite honest with you. I've driven through there many, many times. I live in Elmwood Park.
Yeah.
But I'm more concerned about an American politician going to the UN. And you said earlier you don't want foreign troops on the soil. Well, I'm glad, because I sure don't. Do you not think this is something that we can handle outside of the UN? I'm curious to know why you think the answer lies within the UN, where the countries that make up the UN have just as big of problems as the south side of Chicago, if not bigger. So don't you think maybe a view of pouring money, which always seems to be the answer, right? All that they really want is more money, and that'll somehow have a magic cure, when the reality is all that really does is fail in waste, fraud, and abuse. So do you think maybe it's time we examine the actual policies? For instance, why are they shooting themselves? Is this not a drug war? Is that not really what's going on here? It's not that they're mad at each other over sneakers, is it?
Well, Sean, let me tell you, first of all, let me appreciate the question. And let me say this, that gun violence is driven by a multifaceted number of issues. Poverty, extreme poverty being one of them that leads to this kind of behavior taking place. Poor schools, as I talked about earlier, 30 years of neighborhood disinvestment, Great Depression levels of unemployment.
But I thought everything was good under.
Hold on, John. Let me answer your question.
All right.
Sean, the real deal is black people aren't bringing the guns into the country, and they aren't putting them into these communities. They aren't bringing the drugs in. These drugs, $1 billion worth of heroin was on the streets of Chicago a year ago, according to the Chicago Police Department. 60 to 70% of those drugs found their way to the west side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm. You and I agree. You and I agree about these points, by the way. Okay, but the answer.
So let me tell you why I went to the UN. Because if we were capable of solving this problem here in Chicago, in the state of Illinois, we would have solved it a long time ago. In the last 4 years, more than 12,000 people have been shot in the city of Chicago. If this were happening in a third world country, we would cry genocide. We would say we got to send some folks in to help. We would say something's terribly wrong in an American city where you have 12,000 people shot in 4 years.
Richard.
Yeah, but you kept saying that before you left, because I saw your interview, the entire interview at O'Hare Airport, that you were thinking about bringing in troops.
No, look.
Or was that just to?
What we're looking for is we're looking for any programmatic assistance that could be provided. The UN is the premier peace-building agency around the globe. In order to deploy troops in any place, the Security Council has to make that decision. The U.S. is a permanent member of the Security Council. We've never deployed UN troops on any place in the United States of America. We've done it on other places. But there are other things. There are peace-building activities and initiatives that they may have learned around the globe in Africa and other places that may be able to be used here on the west and south sides of Chicago where people are being decimated.
Richard, I think it's interesting, and I think you're right, that admitting that Chicago is pretty similar to a third world country, both in the corruption and both in the nonsense that goes on. So I understand.
Me a lot of Haiti when I was there.
I understand your point. However, Richard, the path you're going down, the safest places in the country are the places with the most guns. It's not about guns. It's about the character of the people. It's about the character of the people. The real crisis is the character, right? The real crisis is that the so-called self-appointed leaders of these communities are feckless at best or in on the scam at worst, right? And all we're really looking for is more money, more programs, because it's within that failure that you have the constant strength to keep going down that road, isn't it?
Well, let me say this. If what was happening in the black community was happening up north or in the white community, there would be an outcry. There would be an outcry. Let me tell you, black people die earlier. 38% of black people in the state of Illinois living in extreme poverty. Living in extreme poverty. We make up about 26% of Cook County. Black people do. But we make up 80% of the gun violence deaths and the gun violence shootings.
So that's black on black crime.
Hold on. We have, and some of it, of course, is police misconduct. We have the highest black unemployment in the United States of America right here in the state of Illinois.
And remind people what it's at. What is the African American unemployment rate?
So it's triple that of the national average. But let me tell you what it is in Austin. It's 24% in Austin.
So Obama didn't help your position at all because he's been the president for 8 years. All that time they were talking about these great unemployment numbers. It's really a lie, isn't it, Richard?
Well, what I will tell you is this, that we got to get more investment in these communities. We got to bring economic opportunities. We got to bring jobs. Let me tell you one of the other tragedies, and I uncovered this a couple of days ago. The health and hospital system of Cook County did $165 million worth of procurement for goods and services in fiscal year 17. They did 80% with white firms, 20% with what we call minority women business enterprises. I asked the question, how much did you do with African American firms? The answer was, as primes, they did 0%. As subs, they did 2%, or $3.4 million. Again, African Americans, 76% of the users of the health and hospital system, 26% of the population of Cook County, 2% of the contracts in terms of goods and services as subs. That is shameful. Something's tragically wrong here. And so what I would say is this. If we could fix it in Chicago, if we had the political will, we would. But we don't have that political will. So the mayor, the president of the county board, the governor of the state, they haven't sat down in a room and talked about how we use the state budget, the county budget, and the city budget to actually deal with this gun violence that's taking place. I mean, so quite frankly, they don't care.
And they're failures.
They don't care that we have all these black children being shot. We have Latino children being shot. I mean, they don't care. Just this weekend, I mean, we've had over 20 people shot this weekend.
I know, and that poor kid who was delivering newspapers with his dad, that breaks my heart. A 15-year-old kid,
15
Sean
years
Head.
old. 15 years
And
old.
and he's not sucking off the tit of the government. He's a kid that's out there working with his father, and he gets shot and killed.
Richard, we agree more than
sick.
we disagree. I'd like to see how many aldermen are getting campaign contributions from drug dealers. Let's start with the money. Let's always follow the money. What do you say, Richard?
All right, Mr. Commissioner Boykin, we're going to have to leave it here for today, but thank you so much for joining us, and good luck to you.
Hey, thank you all very much.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
The more you listen, the more you'll know. This is Chicago's Morning Answer. Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
I used to deliver newspapers. I delivered the Daily Herald, and I saw that this morning or yesterday. It crushed me. I feel so bad for that 15-year-old kid's family. It's awful.
I understand, but let's be very clear. I'm saying none of the words that we're not allowed to say. That's all attributed to Amy.
Forecast for today, Sean?
Forecast today, it's going to get up to 39. We're going to have patches of fog and sun. It's going to be a lot. It's still dark. Still dark. Illinois weather stinks. Just stinks. But you know what? Telemonte's going to tell us the fastest way to get out of Dodge. Telemonte, where are the dumb people?
Well, if you're getting out of town on the outbound Ryan, that's all clear. That's delay-free. Coming into downtown, heavy on the inbound Kennedy starting at Lawrence. Well, for this time of the morning, it's actually not too bad. It's 46 minutes, so O'Hare to downtown. 34 from Montrose, 26 in the Express. Outbound 36 to the airport. The Edens, just 20 minutes from Lake Cook to the Kennedy. Outbound, it's 29. Eisenhower, an hour, 390 to downtown. 41 minutes from Manheim. Outbound 47 to 390. Stevenson, an hour and 2 minutes, 355 to the drive. Outbound 43 minutes. The Ryan is 33 minutes, 95th to downtown. Tri-State southbound, heavy 190 to Irving Park. Northbound Archer, most of the way to 31st. And from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Reagan Tollway slow from the Aurora Toll to Wheelock, 59 to Yackley. Veterans Memorial from the Boughton Toll most of the way to St. Charles, and it's slow. Army Trail to 290. Northwest Indiana's fine. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Lake County Right to Life is looking for like-minded people to help save lives, to support women, mothers and fathers, unborn babies, families, and the elderly. Can you help? Lake County Right to Life takes an active part in both the educational and lobbying aspects of the Right to Life movement. They recognize the need to become actively involved in electing pro-life, pro-family legislators and formed the Lake County PAC to elect local Lake County candidates who support life-affirming legislation on your behalf. Legislation that saves thousands of lives and doesn't impose on you, the taxpayer, for the lesser good. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but it takes all of us working together to accomplish a society that celebrates life and protects our most vulnerable. For donations or information about educating the public concerning current life issues and legislations, go to the Lake County Right to Life website, lcrtl.org. That's lcrtl.org. You can also follow Lake County Right to Life on Facebook.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I'm doing great. I'm loving the balance of nature. I don't know, my hair feels fuller. I think my skin looks nicer. I do see like improvement, and I'm a very energetic person even with type 2 diabetes and everything. I always feel pretty good. So this is really, I think I even have more energy on this, which is great. Some products are, just phony products, and they just tell you. But the people from Balance of Nature, when you hear, like, I listen to the radio show so many times, and I'm like, what am I waiting for? Like, I should just try it.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago.
AM 560. The Answer.
312-642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. Let's get right to it. Jeff joins us from beautiful Gurnee. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? Hi, Jeff.
Good morning, Sean. Great filling in. You know, I'm listening to the interview that you had.
Yeah, Richard
and
Boykin.
They're talking about UN coming in. Well, it's obvious because the UN doesn't care about countries' constitutions and everything else, and they don't care about violating people's civil rights. So it's a power play to try to get them in because they don't have to abide by any of our rules.
When I was in Haiti, the UN was there, and people were sick to their stomachs that they were pulling out. And they were.
It's irrelevant.
They respected
It's
their
because
constitution, their civil rights.
They don't have
They were
the
just
authority.
they had an arresting authority, but they're there to keep the peace.
Foreign troops shall not be on my ground. Period.
Well, that's
right.
what the Constitution
well, they can't,
says.
American troops cannot fire on their own people.
You come on my ground, brother.
Thanks,
I got news for you. I got a better chance of joining the gangbangers than I do cheering for the UN.
Megan, who joins us from Whiting, Indiana. Good morning, Megan.
Hi, good morning, guys. Great job on that interview, Sean. Love that.
Thank you.
But real quick, it's just pretty easy to know what the answer is for these impoverished black communities. Incentives for small business creation. People can help their own communities.
They can't address the root. A Democrat cannot address the root of the problem because the root of the problem is his philosophy. So whatever you do, don't address the root of the problem because for 40 years you've paid people to live poorly. You've paid people to be bad. Now all of a sudden you don't like the result. So the whole thing, either you're going to rip it out by the root or you're going to continue this symptom tinkering. And you know what? That's where the money is. Listen, there's a lot of money in these problems. So that's really what.
Why do you think Luis Gutierrez is resigning so he can go to Puerto Rico?
More money. Give me that clip.
And make a lot of money.
Oh, come on! With his oceanfront villa, he's never
got a
rented.
townhouse there. It's beautiful.
It's a joke.
I know, but I'm saying he's getting out while the getting's good, and he's going to join because there's millions of billions of funds coming into Puerto Rico, and he's going to be in charge of it.
Well,
trust me.
Thanks to Babyface Madigan, he's my congressman. So get rid of him. I don't care how you get rid of him.
Don joins us from Bloomingdale. Don, how are you?
Morning, guys. Great job, Sean, but the guy laughs at you. Everything you said was true. More guns, less crime. He laughs. You know, Sean, if this was economically driven, the Vietnamese refugee population in the United States is the poorest people in the United States. They have 0% crime because they have moms and dads that don't let their kids run the street. Why don't we address the issue of what the real problem is?
He laughed when I said the safest place in the country is the place with the most guns.
Yeah.
He didn't want to address the fact that I'm right. I'm right. It's not about the guns. It's about the character. And how many of these gangbangers have legal guns? It doesn't matter what you do with the law. Criminals don't follow the law.
Right. We know. There's gun laws on the book, but people don't follow them. You try to tell people
There's
that.
a lot of money in this failure.
Ken joins us from Skokie. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Amy. Merry Christmas, Amy and Sean. Sean, great calling out that your guest speaker. Look, it's not the UN's place. The UN is an anti-Semitic clown show. It's good at attacking Israel, not much else. Respectfully, Amy, the UN went into Haiti for a natural disaster, and maybe it's good at that, but it's certainly not going to help a systemic problem in terms of black violence in Chicago. The black politicians don't care. The white politicians don't care. It's up to the black community to police itself to stop the violence.
The last thing this country needs is a lot of Frenchmen, French fry-eating fools, prancing around the South Side pretending they have answers. Get off my ground.
With the blue berets. Lee joins us from Hammond. Good morning, Lee.
Hi, you know, there's Commissioner Boykin. He's talking about bring the jobs back, stop the drugs. Sounds like a Donald Trump rally. How about like controlling the border to stop the drugs and try and bring the jobs back? I don't understand. What is the problem with these Democrats supporting Trump with their goofy resist movement? Everything that this guy's advocating was what Trump is trying to do.
Listen to me. Heroin, we're in the war with the place heroin comes from for 16 years. Heroin is at the 1965 prices. You think you're going to stop it with some fictitious wall? You're never going to stop it. Let's stop regulating people's behavior, because I got news for you. Even right now, people are on their way to go buy it because they're going to do it no matter what. Stop pretending we can control people through this nonsense. All you do is open up a dangerous black market, and that's with everything. And the problem is when politicians try to do it, they can't do that right either because they still want to profit from it. And we could talk about the phony marijuana places going to lobbyists or these ridiculous video poker games only opened by political sycophants. Another scam.
Nancy, real quick from Northbrook. Good morning, Nancy.
Hi. My comment is that I think the congressman should go to President Trump. President Trump, during the election, made a big point of reaching out to African Americans, that what's going on in the inner cities isn't working so well for them. So instead of bringing in the United Nations, who I have a very bad opinion of, go to the president and put the monkey on his back and say, you talked about it during the election. What can you do to help us?
All right, thanks. That's actually Cook County Commissioner. But, he's reaching to a higher power because none of the local politicians and the police officers, right.
He can't go here.
Doors are closed.
I can't wait to get my diploma from Trump University. I'll be able to make money.
Speaking of Haiti, we do have a Food for the Poor. We want to mention it once again because Food for the Poor, we're trying to reach our goal this year of providing food for a year and clean water for life for 3,000 children in Haiti, in Guatemala, in Puerto Rico, and Caribbean islands affected by the hurricane. Here's what you do. Visit 560theanswer.com/food. And there's a great video there, Sean, where you can warm your heart and see the faces of the children that you're going to help with your $50 donation and the $10,000 donation you made on behalf of Bruce Wolf.
Bruce Wolf is doing great. Wait, another 100.
You took his credit card, too. That's good. Throw in another 100. Or else you can be a business benefactor. With that, it's really the best deal in advertising, radio advertising. $2,500 tax deductible. The money goes to Food for the Poor. And as a way of saying thank you, we give you 40, 60-second commercial. Where's my list? Do you have my list of business benefactors?
I can be responsible for no papers once handed to me.
So you don't have the list.
As I've been doing the weather from
Just
memory.
Read a few. Okay, TI Medical Training, LarryFriendsBooks.com. We've got Hayward HVAC. We've got Elgin Recycling, Twin Supplies. The list goes on and on.
Competition from Century 21.
Oh, Mike McCaddy and Associates.
Darn it.
At Century 21 affiliated.
He's a good guy, though.
Yeah, they seem to care. Well, you're not. Oh, look, wait, Sean's
$22.50 a month in insurance payments. I'm just going to give Bruce Wolf's money now.
Okay, go to 560theanswer.com/food to become a business benefactor, or call Michael Mann directly 847-871-1527. Now let's go into the newsroom and say hello once again to Mike Scott.
Amy and Sean, good morning. 43 and clouds. Power restored at Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Hundreds stranded in the main terminal, ecstatic when the lights came back on after midnight. Fire knocked out power yesterday, causing hundreds of flights to be canceled and delayed. President Trump lays out his national security strategy later today. Arizona Senator John McCain will miss a GOP tax bill vote. McCain making his way back to Arizona yesterday after being treated in a Maryland hospital. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says he has no doubt Congress will pass the tax reform bill.
This has been a terrific process with the House and Senate working together in conference, and there's a terrific bill that's going to get to the president to sign.
Carolina Panthers owner Jerry Richardson putting his team up for sale. The former NFL player with the Baltimore Colts made the announcement after Sports Illustrated posted a story with details of workplace misconduct, including accusations of sexual harassment and a racial slur. Richardson is 81. You can add Illinois Flyers from Chicago to Bloomington to those dealing with the after effects of that power outage at Atlanta's airport. Call ahead on your flight, especially if it's to the southeast. Chicago police investigating after a homeless man was beaten to death in the East Ukrainian village on North Ashland Avenue. Authorities are searching for the person who shot and killed a teen, helping his stepdad deliver newspapers on the southwest side. Police have identified that 15-year-old as Brian Jasso. And no one is in custody after shots were fired during a home invasion on Chicago's northwest side in the 5500 block of North Chester. Chicago sports, Patrick Kane, a pair of goals. Blackhawks over the Wild 4-1. Bulls go for their sixth straight win tonight when they host the 76ers at the UC. The news, a service of Chevrolet. This holiday season, Chevy invites you to become part of the family with the Chevy Employee Discount for everyone. You pay what they pay, not a cent more. Visit ChevroletEmployeeDiscount.com for vehicle eligibility and details. Chevrolet, find new roads. 8:34 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas Coffee, a family tradition since 1897.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign, the people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint, the people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens, the people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
Hey, so many things to do to get ready for Christmas and New Year's. Wouldn't it be great to take a break? Make reservations for your family or your company's Christmas party at one of the Chicago Prime family-owned restaurants. There's Chicago Prime Steakhouse and Chicago Prime Italian in Schaumburg, 5 o'clock Steakhouse in Milwaukee, and introducing the new Avante Banquets and Conference Center in Fox River Grove. Don't wait. Now is the time to book your Christmas lunch and dinner events. The Chicago Prime Restaurants and Avante Banquets can throw an amazing celebration for 10 to 600 guests. Plus, now through the end of the year, buy a $100 gift card and receive a $25 bonus card. Real quality food, organic produce, and only the finest ingredients made from scratch, along with an award-winning wine list, all at a reasonable price. The Chicago Prime family of restaurants, ready to make your Christmas season special. Visit Chicago Prime and Avante Banquets on the web and make your reservations today.
8:36 and a check of your morning commute in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Mike. On the inbound Kennedy, delays are from Lawrence to the Burn Circle. It's 53 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, 41 from Montrose, 34 the Express. Outbound 35 to the airport. Aiden's 21 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 25. The Eisenhower, 58 minutes, 390 to downtown, 40 from Manheim, outbound 41 minutes to 390. Stevenson, an hour and 6 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound, it's 43 minutes. The Ryan, 32 minutes, 95 to downtown. Lakeshore Drive, southbound, heavy Bryn Mawr to North Avenue, northbound from the Stevenson to Jackson. Southbound Tri-State, stop and go, 190 to Irving Park, northbound Archer to 31st, and from the Reagan Toll to North Avenue. The Reagan Toll a bit tight from the Aurora Toll to Wiola. Veterans Memorial, Mountain Toll to the Reagan Tollway, and Army Trail to 290, southbound 53, sluggish, Rand to Kirchhoff. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Morning fog burning off. We'll have times of clouds and sun this afternoon, high 47. Currently 43. Next news at 9. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next with our friend Sean from Elmwood Park sitting in with Amy this morning on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs powered by Tandem HR. Heard Sunday evenings at 6.
Let freedom ring this afternoon at 2 with Sean Hannity, right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
And I got the other Sean. There's Sean Hannity, but there's Sean from Elmwood Park.
That's right. Spelled correctly.
Yes, SHA-N-N-I-T-Y. S-H-A-W-N.
You blew
Kidding.
it. You're all the way there.
S-H-A-U-N.
Yeah, correct.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Oh, I'm having a great time. I can't believe we only have, this is it. Last half hour. I can't believe it.
I know, but it might be the best half hour.
They all are.
Okay. We're going to continue to take some phone calls. 312-642-5600 is our Turnkey.Pro answer line. 64636, type in DA, then a quick comment. Let's go to Donna, our friend Donna, who joins us from the South Side. Good morning, Donna. How
Wait a
are
minute.
you?
That was my mother's name. That's my
Thanks to
favorite
both
name.
of you. And just so you know, I'm Italian, Sean, just so you know. Anyway, long story short, I don't understand how we could help the black community unless they help themselves. So I agree with Sean on that because that has to come from within. Secondly, it's a tragedy that these shootings occur. And thirdly, we can't open up businesses in some of these communities. They're very dangerous. But, Sean, you referred to, and I believe you because I worked on the North Side, I believe that the city of Chicago, the county, and the state could end all of this, but they choose not to because for some reason, somehow, I'm not that good, perhaps Sean would know, there is a reason why they gain something from this. They could stop these shootings and gang crimes. Get rid of these people that are here illegally, that are criminals. Let's get them out of the picture. And let's find out what's going on. Because I think some of these aldermen are making money and working with these gangbangers. I really do.
How could you sell safe zones for kids? How could you sell after-school projects at millions and millions of dollars if you didn't have this problem? This problem is a great excuse for more money funneled into failure. And here's the other thing you notice, and even whether it's he's a Cook County commissioner, right?
Right.
Whether
Richard
it's a Cook
Boykin.
County commissioner, whether it's an alderman, whether it's this, that, and the other thing, why do we talk about people like chickens, the black community? Well, you know what that's made up of? Individuals.
Right.
And the individuals tend to be vastly different depending on whose door you knock on. I hate the idea that we use an entire race of people as an excuse, as a weapon against another race. These are people, for God's sakes. They're not advocating a bunch of white people go open up businesses. How about we make it easier for black people to have businesses? You know, like before Lyndon Johnson was president, who owned the businesses in the black communities? That's right, black people.
Right. Back then. Let's go to Dawn, who joins us from lovely Harvard. I love Harvard. Go apple picking there every year. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Good morning. How are you today?
Good.
The communists and socialists go into the South and West Side specifically to agitate against the police in order to create a climate of lawlessness. In order to stop all of the madness, you have to kick those communists and socialist agitators out of those neighborhoods.
So just so I get it straight. Well, I want to get your point straight. You think an iron-fisted, Gestapo-like police department is the answer, right? Where we could crack some skulls and get things underway, right? That's what you want?
I know for a fact that during the Obama administration, there was a strategy deployed to put agitators in those neighborhoods in order to create the anti-police movement.
So what?
Really?
So what? So what? So is the answer then to crack down on everybody and do the stop and frisk that all of the Trump Krishnas are so happy about, where you could see a person and you don't like them, so you stop them and frisk them? Exactly the opposite of what the Constitution is about? Like exactly the opposite of what the Bill of Rights is about? So we get to pick and choose. Just give more authority to totalitarian police officers so they can stop and frisk anybody they want, right? That's nonsense, too. How would you like it if we implemented it in Oak Brook? Let's do stop and frisk in Oak Brook.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I had my
know you don't.
cervical spine damaged when an explosive device was deployed in the Oak Park Public Library. I have experienced this. I lived on the border between Chicago and Austin.
Where the socialists really live, Oak Park. Yeah.
I was there.
So who was responsible for that explosive device?
Because I went undercover and I attended some of these leftist communist meetings where they planned this stuff. I know what happened.
Okay.
That's Oliver North's cousin.
All right, thanks.
I love
Thank
it.
you, Dawn. Thanks for the phone call. And hope,
she's right
hope
about
you're feeling
listen,
better.
First of all, here's
there
the
are,
thing.
There are people that are professional agitators. There are people who get paid to go to protests, and then there are some people who get paid to go to a Trump rally when he announces that he's running for president.
The year she's talking about is when Saul Alinsky was big. And Saul Alinsky's plan was to infiltrate these communities through communists and to do exactly what happened over the time, whereas when you have good people and bad people both turning to government for answers and money and solutions. So she's right on one hand of the infiltration, but at no time, you either have principles or fundamentals or you don't. At no time do you call for more strength, a more totalitarian, iron-fisted police presence over neighborhoods because you don't like the people in it? The answer is always freedom. Let's err on the side of freedom and liberty.
And I love the smell of freedom. John in Mundelein. Good morning, John.
Hi, I find it so refreshing to hear you guys, to hear Sean say that it's wrong to portray the African-American community in this monolithic way because they're humans, they're individuals. You know, I only wish you would take that same attitude towards Muslims. Or I find it interesting that right after that comment, you're defining every Democrat as a bomb-throwing commie Alinsky.
I'm not.
You know, you guys are the first one, Sean, to portray people as a monolithic group based on the actions of a few.
You're
That's
full
what
of it.
you do. That's
You're
your
full
MO.
of it, John. I say a guy like you, a socialist like you, is a cancer on society. You better hang up, dimwit.
He hung up.
Is a cancer on society. And you want this collectivism where only the people who agree with you, the intellectual, self-described, by the way, because I think you're a moron, self-described intellectual elite get to make the rules and regulations for everybody, get to mitigate your freedoms. That's what John from Mundelein wants. He's an idiot and has been for years.
James in Westmont, how are you? Are you an idiot too?
No, I don't think so. Sean, do you think I'm an idiot, buddy?
Well, let's hear what you have to say first
think you're a
before
great guy to
the
polish-
man
to
at the
polish off
station
pizza.
decides who's an idiot and who's not. That's
right.
Let's go, James. What do you got for me?
Well, you know, it's with this Boykin when he said, like, oh, the UN are top-notch at peacekeeping, like in the Middle East and Africa and all these other countries where they're slaughtering each other like pigs. Yeah, great place or great type of people I want to have patrol my neighborhoods. People who don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're going to try to tell us what to do. That sounds great, right, Sean?
Foreigners on our American soil, foreign authority it's not right. It's not allowed.
I like
It's not
their-
what we're about.
No.
We've got it's what
But
the country
what else are we
was
going to do?
built
What? And
on.
I always wanted National Guard to come in, but then you can't fire on your own people.
Nor
I mean,
should you be able to. How about we
But even their
address the-
presence might have scared some drug dealers. But the thing with drug dealers, they'll go to a different corner.
Listen,
I
you
mean,
could-
when I
you
worked
could
at
talk-
when I worked at 5, I'd confront drug dealers
You
and
wanna-
say we're here until 4:30. Then we're going to move our truck. Fine. I watch them pick up their chair and move 3 blocks down the street.
You want to change
Never
it
disrupted
overnight?
business.
Legalize what they're selling.
You're
change
right.
it overnight.
Change it over. And
That's
then
the
you
only
have
thing.
another revenue to tax.
Exactly. There you go.
Let's go to Ann real quick in Chicago because we love Ann. How are you, Ann?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, give me liberty, Sean. That's what I want. I want to drain the swamp. I want to refine this country and the people to gold, pure gold. But when Boykin came on, he was complaining about the blacks, this and that. But why did they vote for an abortionist in Alabama? And what's wrong in Chicago is we're running out of white middle-class people, and all that's left here are the poor whites, and the blacks are even poorer.
Well,
Okay,
the problem,
thanks, Ann.
The problem with Chicago is that it's not white or black. It's really not. Black people move out too. It's that you can't keep people in with failed policies. Chicago is the destination of bad policies. You want to see where socialism leads? Go look at Chicago, where they always need more money. And
Yeah.
more
and
answers.
what else are they going to tax us on next?
You
I mean,
name
really.
it. There's a lot of mo.
There's the air we breathe.
You see it on TV, share it on Facebook, or read about it in the paper. Hear it here first. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
You're the pro. Don't ask me what we're
I'm not
doing. You're the
saying what
pro.
are we doing next.
Let's do the weather. You want to do the weather?
You know what? Guess what? It's foggy out. And
foggy,
cloudy. I
London
can't
fog.
see the sun. Where's my sunshine, Sean?
American Werewolf in London makes people crabby on traffic, and Jim Telemontes probably knows where.
All right, that's right, Sean. Good morning. Amy, your inbound Kennedy has delays starting at Lawrence. It's 53 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. 41 from Montrose, 34 in the Express. Outbound 35 to the airport. Eden's 21 minutes. Lake Hook to the junction, outbound 25. The Eisenhower, 56 minutes, 390 to downtown. It's 40 from Manheim, outbound 41 to 390. Mount Stevenson, an hour and 6 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 43 minutes. The Ryan, 32 minutes, 95th to the Loop. Tri-State southbound, bottled up 190 to Irving Park. Northbound, Archer to 31st. And from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. It's about a Reagan Tollway still sluggish from the Aurora Toll to Wiola. Veterans Memorial, the Boughton Toll to the Reagan Tollway, and Army Trail to 290. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Yeah, baby. Guys, listen up, because I've got some big news that'll blow you away. Your wife or girlfriend, or if you're Peter Strzok in the FBI, both, will be easy to shop for this Christmas. That's right, you heard me. Pajamagram is taking your holiday worries away with the world's softest flannel pajamas. Flannel pasties. The last minute runs to the mall, and those days are over, because all you have to do now is go to pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs. Pajamagram, answering your holiday worries.
There's a place where you can get custom metal products. If you manage a commercial kitchen, hotel, condo building, or food-grade manufacturing plant, then no matter the type of metal or size of the project, the skillfully trained fabrication team at Vans Industrial has you covered.
Hi, I'm Dave Van Camp, president of Vans Industrial. Custom metal fabrication is the backbone of my company. We fabricate stainless steel countertops, wall coverings, hoods, landscape planter boxes, industrial fan housings, and more. Vans Industrial uses all types of alloys like carbon steel, aluminum, brass, and polished stainless steel. And we have a laser cutting machine. Our laser can customize almost any project. Our team can design, fabricate, and install your project today.
Call 219-931-4881 today for a free inspection of your facility. Interested in what else they do? Visit vansindustrial.com. That's VANS industrial.com. Vans Industrial. Customizing for you, the customer.
Why put an alarm system in your home? How about experiencing the peace of mind that comes from knowing everything that is important to you is watched over and protected even when you can't be there? Alarm Detection Systems has the reputation, experience, and personnel to provide the best security services for all kinds of properties. Alarm Detection Systems is family-owned. Our number is local, and a live person always answers when you call. Your account will be monitored right here in Illinois, not 5 states away. If you already have a system and you're experiencing poor customer service, long wait times on the phone, or hidden fees from your current company, then make the switch now to Alarm Detection Systems. We carry the latest technology, including app control from multiple devices. Alarm Detection Systems even provides service and repair coverage on weekends and holidays. We want to earn your business, so our on-site consultation is always free. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6300. That's 630-844-6300. Alarm license number 127000143.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
Before I started taking this Balance of Nature, I had no energy. Since I've been taking this Balance of Nature, I have had the energy, and I just thank God. It's really been a blessing to me. Even my eyesight seems to be better because my other glasses I couldn't wear. It wasn't strong enough. But when I put the other glasses on, the one that was kind of weak, I could see so clear out of them. I said, what is this?
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code CHICAGO.
Hey guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, it's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
Roof is needy?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof is leaky?
Call Crumweedy.
Shingles are curly?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof isn't right after it's stormy?
Call Crumweedy.
Here comes winter. This is Mark Olson.
And Greg Olson of Crumweedy.
A third-generation family business.
We're conservative just like you.
We've been doing Chicagoland roofs since 1953.
Really good roofs.
The difference is installation.
Hey, we know that. That's why we follow the manufacturer specifications, so your warranty is totally intact.
A lot of companies don't do that. and that could void your warranty.
Hate the high pressure?
Not from us.
We give you multiple options, then you choose.
A roof that lasts at a fair price.
We fix roof problems.
When your roof is needy,
call Crumweedy. We say call. How about the number?
630-595-8020. 630-595-8020.
myroofisneedy.com. Hey, do it now.
Crumweedy. We fix roof problems.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, yes. It's that time of year when we announce our big trip. It's going to be warm and sunny in Riviera Maya, Mexico. That's where we're heading in 2018 with Apple Vacations. And you're invited to come along with us, Dan and Amy. We'll be staying at the beautiful Secrets Maroma Beach Riviera Cancun Resort and Spa in Riviera Maya, Mexico. 9 gourmet restaurants, 6 bars, unlimited drinks, 24-hour room service. You know the deal, but this resort is beautiful. I mean, unlimited luxury, adults-only resort. It's situated on Maroma Beach. Have you ever been to Cancun or Riviera Maya?
In the 80s, I was big there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, things have changed since the 80s. And Maroma Beach, it's nestled in between Riviera Maya and Cancun, and it's a beautiful little peninsula, and it's got great snorkeling right off the beach there.
Sunburn and drunk Dan Proft on the beach. That's all that's missing.
Get more information and book your trip by visiting 560theanswer.com/passport. The price that Apple Vacations has secured for this trip is incredible and exclusive to us, but it's only available for a limited time, so don't miss out. Enjoy a week in Riviera Maya with Dan Proft, myself, and come to Mexico with us. It's a great Christmas gift, too. 560theanswer.com/passport. Your wife or girlfriend will love it because these trips are always such a good time.
Yeah.
It's a great way to bond with listeners.
I don't go.
Oh, that's right. You don't go. Hey, do you watch Saturday Night Live?
Not since the 70s. I love it.
Not since the 70s. Well, they did a skit where people would present President Trump, who is Alec Baldwin, with ornaments with people's faces on it. You know, people we have lost, such as, Sean Spicer, Reince Priebus. The list went on and on and on. And somebody knocked on the window.
You heard that noise out on the lawn?
Could it be Santa? Or the Rapture? Or even worse, it's Omarosa.
Hey! Let me in!
Rick, someone turn off the lights.
Too late, I see you in there, Donald. Nobody kicks Omarosa out the White House.
Hey, get away from the window right now. Let's go. She's a tough cookie.
I have to say, I did not know Omarosa was part of the White House. I mean, are you kidding me?
You didn't know that?
Really? This is where public money goes? Let's pay Omarosa. Did you see her salary?
$179,000.
For what?
$179,000.
See, I was optimistic. I thought some stuff would change, but no. Just change the faces.
They're paying her until the end of January, so people are like, that's a waste of tax dollar money to have her, getting paid for a job she's not there to do.
I am John Galt. Let's start over.
So, where's my next ornament?
I'm right here, Father.
It's Ivanka. Scarlett Johansson made a surprise
Really?
appearance. Oh, yeah. Okay, the crowd's getting over the fact that she's there.
Ivanka, you made it, but where's Jared?
He's packing a go bag before the FBI arrives.
Oh, I'm going to miss him.
Yes, me too. I'll always remember that one time I heard him talk.
Really? I mean,
every time he talks, so it's hey,
I don't like the influence that his daughter and Jared have on the president. I don't like any of it. How about we just go back to where the people we elect are the guys in charge?
Connect with Dan and Amy on the AM 560 The Answer mobile app. Just text the word app to 64636 to download the app today.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest-growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
Hi, I'm Mick O'Rourke, President and CEO of Signature Bank. We'd like to wish you happy holidays from our Signature Bank family to your family.
I'm Kevin Bastuga, co-founder of Signature Bank. There's no better place to be for the holidays than Chicago.
And this is Brian Duncan, co-founder of Signature Bank. Whether it's ice skating under the lights at Millennium Park,
or my favorite, visiting Candy Cane Lane in Lincolnwood to see the Noonan House with the tree magically rising through the roof.
Or attending the annual tree lighting in downtown Downers Grove.
We wish you the very best this holiday season from Signature Bank, Chicago's business bank.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
AM 560, The Answer.
Waiting for you to sing, Sean.
Sean doesn't sing.
This is why Sean and Amy don't get along, because Bruce and Amy sing all the time. We have to work on our year-ender. And we're trying to...
Oh, man, if I had a buzzer, every word I wanted to hit this 4 hours. Go ahead.
Food for the poor. Why don't we end the year by helping others?
Push them over the top, people. Reach in.
Yes, because we're almost there.
You really are.
We really are. But we need your help. 560theanswer.com/food. $50 donation. It will provide food for a year, clean water for life for one child. We need to help the people that are less fortunate. Also become a business benefactor. Call Michael Mann at 847-871-1527. It's $2,500 tax-deductible donation. And as a way of saying thank you, because the money does go to Food for the Poor, and 95 cents of every dollar you donate goes to the people in need.
I want to do good today because I want to rub it in Prof's face.
Yeah.
I raise more money than him.
Yeah, and you got more people to sign up as business benefactors. To become a business benefactor, where we will give you 40 60-second commercials with your one-time donation, then call Michael Mann directly at 847-871-1527. That's 847-871-1527. Our thanks to Justin Kosick, our technical director, Quinn.
What about